Good morning, my people. What's up, world? It's Monday, September 16th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with Him, all things is possible. This No Duck Zone episode is sponsored by Matchbout. Follow Matchbout, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Matchbout, the best sponsorship in the land. What's up, my people? Happy Monday. What's up with y'all? I hope everybody's feeling blessed this morning. I hope everybody's feeling appreciated for seeing another day, another week, another hour, another minute. Um, yes, yesterday was the African Day Parade. I'm fresh off it. It was probably one of the best damn experiences that I've ever experienced. Not that I've never been to one before, but I think that was only my second time going. But being in the parade is different from being on the outside of it. And I got to be on the inside and the outside of the parade, but to be inside the parade was dope. Shout out to my brother Ronnie Love, you know, my BX brother, Harlem House of Champions. If you are not following him, please on Instagram, Ronnie Love, Harlem House of Champions. He's doing major things and got something major getting ready to come up. Can't speak about it, but it's something dope that we're about to see. All right, so I'll speak about that a little later. How important it is to support. I've talked about that a million times, but some of y'all don't get that. That's okay, you will. Uh, we had this past Saturday. We had a great event that some of y'all probably didn't pay for, but whatever. Um, Canelo versus Berlanga. Didn't go the way y'all thought it was gonna go. Yeah, you might have got the person that you knew was gonna win, but it didn't go how y'all thought it was gonna go. Nobody listens to me though, right? When I say you never know what'll happen. Okay, so let's get into this boxing talk though. All right, so for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. E Free, what up? Uh, hold on, man. Hold on. What's wrong with this damn thing? So, uh, Saturday, well, first of all, too, also want to give a shout out to all my amateurs Saturday, because before I could get to anything else, shouts to everybody who fought. Shouts to my guy Gio. Okay, we didn't get the win, but it's okay. It's all right. We still did pretty damn good for ourselves. It was amazing. Shouts to all the fighters that was out there. Like I said, I messed up when I was going live, but it's all good. I definitely going to fix that, and I made up for that one, so that was a good thing. Made up for that one. So shouts to all the USA Metro fighters. Saturday, and we're coming up to another fight week this week. I believe be in Poughkeepsie. I won't be there, but shouts to everybody who's going up this week to Poughkeepsie. I've been up there twice already. There will be a third time I'll be up there. I don't know when, but probably next year. Weather gets warm. I'm probably not gonna go while it's cold, so I'll go when the weather's warm. You'll see me in PK. Shouts to everybody this week. So Saturday. Let's get into Saturday. Um, I think when I got home Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, I watched the Rolly Romero fight. I watched Rolly fighting. Oh man, I don't want to call Rolly damaged goods because I'm not in no position to do that. But he looked Rolly looked pretty beaten up. Um, I don't know if Rolly remember or ever recovered from the Pitbull Cruz defeat, and I believe that's Rolly's second fight getting stopped. He stopped him in the tank fight. Referee stopped that because his legs were Roman noodles. And in the fight with Pitbull, he was fighting about 5 Pitbulls. I think the problem with Rolly was he didn't know which Pitbull to hit. He didn't know which Cruz to hit. Shit, it was about 4 or 5 Pitbulls coming at him at one time. It was crazy. But hey, shouts to him for trying to hang in there. Ah, there go my people. The freeze.
Um, what's up? What's up?
What's up, family? What's up with y'all?
And nothing. Headed to the house.
I ain't did a stream yard like in a shit. I ain't did a stream yard in there. I felt like it's been like a little minute. I don't know. It ain't been that long, but it felt like a little minute since I've done one.
It's been
I be waking.
about.
I be wake. You know what it is? I wake up so late. And by the time I'm like, man, I don't have time to put no damn stream yard together. Because a stream yard don't take long. You know it takes long sometimes. Whatever you talk about it, you want the thumbnail to match it. So sometimes I'll be like, you know what? Nah, I'm not doing this. This is too much. Let me just go ahead and go to regular YouTube and go ahead and talk about whatever it is that I want to talk about. Um, so this past Saturday, I was just saying that it didn't happen the way people thought it was gonna happen, but the guy that they knew was gonna win won. Before I get into the main event, I was just on when I got home. The first fight I saw was Rolly. Um, Give me your thoughts on Rolly.
I think Rolly did good. I think he did good. I think he was a little. He's a little timid of getting hit now because he's been dropped multiple times now in his career. But I think he did good. I think he's starting to get a little more comfortable with the new trainer because I think this is his second or third fight with his new trainer. I think it's his second fight with his new trainer. So I think he did good. I had picked that fight for somebody to get stopped, and it went the distance. And it messed up my parlay because that was the only
Oh
fight that I
damn.
got wrong. That was the only fight that I got wrong because I had picked Canelo to win on the cards on one parlay, and then another parlay I picked Canelo for the knockout. So, but the only fight that I got wrong was the Rolly fight because I thought somebody was going to get stopped because his opponent was a game opponent too. His opponent could box, and he had decent power as well. And I think Rolly knew that. That's why Rolly fought the way that he fought because he didn't want to get knocked down. I mean, when you get stopped by Tank Davis, you get dropped in sparring, and then you get dropped by an old man, and then you get stopped by
Oh yeah,
Pitbull.
I forgot about old dude, man. Ah, damn it. Free. I
You start to
forgot
think,
about George Jefferson.
yeah, you start to think, oh, hold on, I can't take these shots like that because everybody's starting to put me down. So I think he fought the way he fought because his
What up?
opponent
What up?
had some power. What's going on, Thomas?
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. I said, yo, when he was in there with Rolly, I mean, when he was in there with Pitbull, I swear he was fighting like 5 Pitbulls. He didn't know which one to hit. He didn't know which one to hit.
Ever since Tank, ever since the Tank Davis fight, he's been down what 4 times. He's been down
Yeah,
4 times since the Tank Davis fight.
yeah. He just I don't know. You know what? Rolly's one of those fighters where he'll have to quit while he's ahead. Like not now because he's still young, but I don't know the way he talk, and I know that's just him. I'm like he has to talk of somebody who's been in the business too long, and he hasn't been in the business that long. So, he's one of those that don't expect to see Rolly 5 years from now. I don't know.
I like the Cool Boy fight. Cool Boy showed a lot of heart. He got dropped in that fight, but he got up and he weathered the storm and he did his thing. I mean, he was moving up
He
to a
has a new
middleweight.
coach too. He has Bozy
Yeah,
Ennis training him.
I mean,
Usually when fighters get new trainers, you always want to see what the difference is from the old trainer. How do you think he did with Bozy being in his corner?
I think he was familiar with Bozy because he's worked with Bozy before. It's just
Yeah,
Bozy wasn't his head trainer, but he worked with Bozy before. They've been in the gym together or whatever. But I
yeah,
think
yes, yeah.
Bozy Bozy helped him work on his inside game. If you paid attention to the fight, um, Cool Boy looked good on the inside. He looked good on the inside. Um, I think, like I say, he showed a lot of heart because the last fight he was in, he had got stopped by Monster anyway. And then you get in this fight and you get dropped. A lot of times you tend to shell up and you be like, oh man, I'm about to get stopped again. And you try to shy away from the action. But after he got dropped, he got back up, he weathered the storm, and then he started going for the knockout in the later rounds. He was trying to stop his opponent in the later rounds, so he showed a lot of heart. He showed a lot of grit, and I think he's gonna do good at 126. He moved up. That was his first fight. He had to get acclimated at the weight class, but I think he's gonna do good.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch that fight because it was on the prims and I wasn't home. I was already at a fight, so I was kind of mad when I got home. I said, "Damn, I miss Cool Boy." But when they went through the highlights, and I said, "Oh man, he did pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Cool Boy did
yeah.
I."
He got hurt a couple of times in that fight too. He got hurt about
Yeah,
3 times in that fight, and he still weathered the storm.
I mean, coming back from a loss, or not just a little loss, 'cause that was a major loss against Monster. You know, it's not easy to recover from that.
Nah,
Jan Marine, what up? Oh, what up? Yeah, it's not easy to come back from that though. You know what I mean? And he had to live with that. When did that fight happen? What was it? It wasn't this year, was it? Was it this year or last year?
no, that was last year. He was out of the
That was
ring for
last
like
year.
six.
See,
Yeah, he was out of the ring
so
for like 14, 16 months, something like that. That was last. That
so
was I think
that
I
wasn't.
want to say March of last year, or it might have been July of last year.
So he's had some time. He's had some time off. Yeah, about a year. About a year. Yeah, shit, about a year and 2 months. It's probably been since the last time we saw him. But I'm gonna go back to watch that fight because I didn't get to really see it the way I wanted to. So yeah, shouts to Cool Boy and looking forward to seeing him again. Well, before we go on to the next fight, what do you want to see? I guess because you don't want to see a next big fight already, right? So we have to wait to see how he does, even though he's worked with Bozy. But it's like for him to be your trainer. Now we really got to see how he does before he can get a next big fight. Who do you might want to see him in there with at 26?
I want to see him get in there with somebody like I don't what is his name? What is his name? I want to see him in there with somebody like a Joel Gonzalez. Um, Joet Gonzalez. I said Joel. Joet Gonzalez. Not
Okay.
only I don't know if Joet's still fighting, but I want to see him in there with that type of opponent. Somebody that's going to push him, but not a real big puncher, but they're going to push him and
Okay.
shit. But yeah, Neary. Yeah, that's another good one. Yeah, Neary's another good one.
Um,
Let me turn this off.
y'all give me. All right. So him.
Hold up,
Who else
hold
at
up, hold up,
26?
hold up, hold up.
K Savari plant. What's up, K? Yeah, we're gonna get to that, K. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Right now, we're on Cool Boy. We're gonna get to that.
My
Um,
bad, my bad, my bad,
nah, it's all
peoples.
good.
My bad.
We're gonna get the plan. We just going down the list. Um,
Yeah, I like to see him in there with Neri. Neri is a good opponent for him. Yeah, that's a good opponent for him, Neri.
yeah. Um, well, I'm not expecting to see him back in the ring before the year's up because it's already September. So I'm expecting to see Cool Boy back next year. Don't know who against who, but I do expect to see the good brother back in the ring, and I'm glad that he's back. Because you tend to get into this depression, and when I don't know, man, a fighter's life is crazy. You know what I mean? A fighter's life is crazy, and getting knocked out or getting stopped in the fight just change your whole perspective of things. On this pet bus, so you on a bus to Hut's Point, shit, man. Good luck, TD. Not me, not me, Thomas. And after what happened in New York yesterday, I'm officially done. I am officially done. I don't even really want to get into it, but what happened yesterday in Brooklyn, I'm officially done. And this is the reason why people don't want to get on subways to go look for jobs or travel the way they gotta go because this city has lost their damn mind. But so all right, so we see that. Let's get into the next one that kind of let's get into the next one that kind of shocked me, but I didn't also see it coming. Um, Garcia and Laura.
I told y'all. I told y'all. You can't get in there with somebody like Laura Garcia, Laura, and Laura's been knocking out everybody. Laura is a veteran. He's an excellent boxer, and now that he learned to sit down on his punches with being a boxer, and now you sitting down on your punches. No, and you got Garcia who's been out of the ring for 2 years. That man had one fight in the last 4 years. You can't put him in a ring.
So
Well,
K,
I ain't gonna say they put him in a ring. He shouldn't have chose that type of opponent. I know he was trying to be great and go for a championship, but no, Lara is not the person you want to come back after being off for a 2 year layoff, and you already having questions about your mental. You went through mental depression and all that stuff. Nah, I knew he was going to get stopped. I said it. Everybody was like, "You crazy? He's not going to get stopped." Danny's never been stopped. He never even been down. I said, "Yeah, but he ain't never been in there with somebody like Laura. Laura's a bigger guy. He's
um,
the rangier guy. No,
when he caught Danny with that punch, and I seen Danny go down the way he did, I said, "Oh hell no!"
dog. He caught Danny with a punch. Danny looked at him and he was like, "You know what? I don't want no more." That's the look he gave him. He gave him the look like, "I don't want no more," and he went down. Cause Danny wasn't wobbled. He
Nah,
wasn't none of that. He just said, "I don't want no more." He just said,
yeah.
"I don't want no more."
Um, my question was this, right? Before the Laura fight even came up, which I'm not gonna act like I wasn't excited about it because I know a year ago they were supposed to fight and it was supposed to happen at the Barclays and it never did. I don't understand why he picked 60 when he had one fight at 54. Hey Jazzy, did it become that okay? Well, did it? I know it wasn't just I'm destined or I'm daring to be great. Why didn't we see him take another fight at 54 before even making that? Was it that I couldn't make weight or was I chasing greatness?
It's the fact that he had a 2 year layoff and he's 36 years old and he can't cut that much weight like that. You get older, it's hard for you to lose that weight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for you to lose weight unless you just stay in shape every single day. If you in shape every single day, when you get over a certain age, for you to lose weight is hard. It's better to
Yeah,
it's easier to tone that fat than it is to lose the fat. You could tone the fat up and turn that fat into muscle much easier than to lose the fat.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess Laura was not the guy to go for, huh?
Nah.
So even though he says he needs to go back home, talk to his team, talk to his father, it's already been 2 years. We've seen him come back damn near at the end of the year. What do you want to see uh happen with Danny next? Should he just ride off to the sunset because he has accomplished a lot? And let's be honest with you. Let's be honest now, because we like to throw that word bum around. The four guys that Danny has lost to, none of them are bums, and they all are future Hall of Famers. Can we at least agree on that?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Of course.
So,
That Danny had he had that situation like a Mike Tyson. The guy that Danny lost to all of his contemporaries. He lost to his contemporaries. He lost to Earl Spence.
all right,
He lost
Thomas.
to Keith. He lost to Keith Thurman. He lost to Sean Porter, and now he lost to Laura. He didn't lose to nobody that wasn't a champion. Everybody he
Yes,
lost to was a champion. Those
yes,
only guys he lost to. He didn't lose to no average one of the mill fighter. He didn't lose to no contender. He didn't lose to anybody that was looking to make a name for themselves. He
yeah,
lost to guys who already had a name and was a champion and working to become a unified champion or working to become a undisputed champion. So
yeah,
not.
yeah. I'm happy with what he has done in his career. Danny wasn't knocked out. He didn't get knocked out. Um, so I'm happy with what he left with us in the sport. So if we never see him again, I'm okay with it. This man has he has a business that he's to invest in. He has his kids. I mean, hey man, the only thing left for him to sit back and do now is to promote. And already I think he already has his promoting hat on. I think him and his father already got something going on. So if he's
Yeah,
sitting back and he's doing that, I'm cool with it.
yeah, no, he did that. He put a fight on not too long ago in Philly. He put a fight on in Philly that he
Yeah.
promoted. So
Yeah, so I'm cool with that.
he already doing that. Yeah, Danny Danny didn't need this fight. He wanted this fight. He didn't
Yeah.
need it. It's like the same thing with the with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder don't need to fight ever again. I heard somewhere where they said Deontay Wilder might be coming back again. I'm like, dog, he need to go ahead and hang it up. You don't need to
Um,
fight.
I think
You
he's
don't need to
trying
fight.
to. So rumor, and I won't say rumor because we have been talked about this, trying to get something popping eventually with him and AJ. And I'm like, listen, that might not be a good time now. Maybe 4 years ago. I don't know about now because if he goes in and AJ blasts him, how does that look? So I don't,
It's
I don't know
it's good.
about
I'm
that.
gonna tell you right now. If he goes in there and AJ knock Deontay Wilder out, it's going to tarnish his resume. I mean, it's going to tarnish his career. Everybody going to say, "I told you Deontay Wilder was not that dude. I told you AJ stops him and all that."
Yeah,
When
yeah.
we don't
So
know what it would have been like
I'm,
5 years
I'm not,
ago.
I'm not even entertaining. I'm not even entertaining the whole, yeah, he's coming. Listen, because we all hype ourselves up for some shit that never happens, and the next thing you know, we all up here arguing and debating about this shit. And it's like, look, brother, I'm not unless I hear that man come out and say something out his own mouth. I'm not even listening to all these blogs and all this stuff that people post. That man will have to come out himself. If I don't hear Tay Jones say, somebody that's in his circle got to say something. Like, forget listening to these blogs. So it is what it is. All right, so we got that with Danny. Um, let's get to the Caleb Plant, man. That damn Caleb boy. That damn Caleb.
Cage, yeah, Caleb, he looked good. I think this might have been the best I've seen Caleb Plant in a long time.
Shout outs to his
I don't think I've
opponent
seen
though.
Caleb
His
Plant this.
opponent. But shout outs to his opponent because that motherfucker came to fight. He didn't come to
Yeah,
lay down.
McCombie.
He came to
Yeah,
fight.
McCombie is a tough, durable dude. He that was a step up fight for McCombie because he never really fought anybody that had a name or anybody that was relevant like that. So it was a step up
Yeah.
fight for McCombie. But McCombie, he's a tough dude. He's a tough dude. He
Yeah,
definitely
Billy
going
Joe
to
Plant.
bring
He said, yeah,
it to
in case somebody said, yeah,
whoever he's in
Billy
the ring
Joe
with.
Plant.
I I thought I said when we was calling the fight, I said that man like a 1970-year-old. I mean, a 1970s porn star. He came in there with the daggone sunshades, the mullen,
I,
and the daggone
he
big mustache, looking like Leo. Looking like Luigi from Mario Brothers.
um when I heard he was undefeated, it didn't matter to me who was his opponents. I said, oh damn, I said Caleb got an undefeated one. Ooh, let's see how this goes. But that dude came to fight. And he had me a little worried though, because at first I was like, damn, he's starting to get at Plant now. He's starting to get at him.
Yeah.
And then it was those rounds where Caleb started to light his ass up. And Caleb was in there having fun. He was in there that was the most fun I see Caleb had. Since the Canelo fight, he was having fun. He
Yeah.
was he was having fun and he was enjoying himself. But when he got him up on them ropes, just before that ref stopped it, I said, oh man, I said it in my mind. I said they gonna say something about it because the bell had just rung, so you know how people are with that. But I said it needed to be stopped. You're not throwing no punches back, man. Come on now, you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
not throwing
Yeah.
nothing back. Got to stop it. Too many guys are too many guys are dying from taking too many blows to the head. So when you see a fighter in trouble like that and he ain't throwing back, you got to stop it. Is that you feeding Jazzy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Come here. Hello, Taylor. You
Um.
always want. I ain't got time to play with you. I'm about to leave.
Oh, she playing around.
Yeah.
I hate when animals do
Yeah.
that. Animals want you to feed them when they want you to feed them, and when you trying to feed them, so that you letting them know that you're not forgetting about them, they want to sit there and play. Okay, well, I don't have time for it. All right, differences.
All right, he's gonna sit in the
Yes.
cage
Yeah, he is. Since he
until I
lost
see
to,
her later on this afternoon.
yeah, those two losses helped him, K Savari, because plan is definitely a problem. The thing is now, where do we see plan go from here?
Um, I want to see Plant in there with somebody like Chris Mabili. I like to see him in there with
Who?
somebody like that because Chris Mabili,
Okay.
he he was a mandatory for one of the mandatories for Canelo, or should I say, one of the guys that's in position to be the mandatory for Canelo. I want to see Caleb Plant fight William Skull. William Skull has the IBF title now. Let Caleb Plant fight William
Oh,
Skull and take that IBF title from him.
okay. He needs. Well,
Yeah.
hold on. We're gonna jump to that. We're gonna jump to that one in a second. I know exactly where you're going, Kay. We're gonna jump to that. Just give me a second. Oh, I know where you're going with that because I already had that on my mind. Um, but yeah, we're playing. We have to just see. We'll sit back and see what happens with him. It's kind of hard to call it, but there is a lot of. I don't want to say there's a lot of top guys at 68, but I'm sure there's somebody out there. I guess we'll just wait and play the waiting game and see what happens.
Yeah, because
Now,
I don't think David's coming back down from 75. And I'm talking about David Morrell, not David Benavidez. I don't think David Morrell is coming back down from 75. I think he's gonna stay at 75. Because I would have loved to see David Morrell and Caleb Plant. I think David Morrell stops Caleb
well, I
Plant, but
think
I would
if
have
the
loved to see it.
I think if the bag is right, I think David will do it if it's right. I think if you know, because I wasn't too pressed with him at 75. I don't know about you, and I know that happens sometime when people move up. They're not going to look the same way they did coming from the weight class they came. And then I felt the sense of David getting a little frustrated in his last fight. Did you see it, like him being frustrated?
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with David Morrell. I had more of a problem with his opponent. His opponent wasn't really trying to engage because I think he knew that David Morrell was too much for him. He was overclassed, so he
Yeah,
didn't want
that's
to. He
true.
didn't. He didn't
Yeah,
want. He didn't want to get knocked out. He was like, oh no, I'm not gonna let this dude come up here and fight me in my weight class and knock me out. Nah. So I
yeah,
didn't have a problem because I didn't see the dude winning no rounds against David Morrell. I had David Morrell winning every round. I ain't had the dude
yeah,
winning out one round. So I
yeah.
didn't see.
Sometimes
Yeah, I
you
ain't
get
really see
these
no
dudes
problem.
that's like that. They don't want to engage and they don't want no competition. But if you don't want no competition, you should box.
Yeah. So
It's a
but
computational sport.
yeah, I would love. I don't know if it's going to be a big bag for
You
Caleb
mean
Plant
Jamal?
and David Morrell.
You mean Jamal case? And right now it's quiet with Jamal, not Jamel. You mean Jamal? It's quiet with Jamal right now. That fight
Oh,
was,
Jamal is well. What they said is what has been said is
yeah.
Jamel and Jamal might be being on a Tank Davis card, which supposed to be either November or December.
Oh,
That's
so
what's
that's
been
really a
that's
date. So that's really a date that they thinking about giving for Tank, a comeback date. Cause I seen that date. I didn't. Okay, well,
well.
hey.
Tank said he wanted to fight in November. They just trying to get his opponent in the sign a contract. So the longer it takes for him to find an opponent to sign a contract, he might have to push the date back. So that's why they're saying November or December because if you can't get nobody soon enough, they might have to push the date back because we're in September now. It's about to be October, then it's November the following month. So they're trying to get somebody to willing to step in the ring with Tank. Everybody right now is like daggone Omar just walked out on the block and everybody going in the house. Nobody want to come outside and fight. Now this nigga Tank got everybody running in the house. Nobody want to get in the ring with Loma. Then lied to the fans. I gotta go spend time with my family. The money don't motivate me. And then we see his ass at the fight. I'm like, dog, I thought you was going home.
Yeah,
What are
look,
you doing?
look, he want all the smoke with Shakur trying to get past security to my get in the ring, but don't keep
Yeah,
that same energy when it came to Tank.
yeah, yeah.
These dudes is crazy, man. These dudes is, man. Look,
Shakur then went over to the zone, was supposed to fight Joe Cordina, then end up hurting his goddamn knuckle or whatever. There's speculations about whatever that is. I mean, I leave it to what it is. The man hurt himself, he hurt himself. But he ain't trying to get no smoke with Tank Davis. So I mean, everybody just dropping like flies. They're like, nope, I'm not getting there. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but nah, I seen what Tank been doing lately. They talking about he
um,
ain't fighting nobody. That nigga been stepping up his competition, be sparking everybody.
I think I mean, everybody's just seeing these sleep videos. This is what I call these sleep
Nah, see,
videos and go, nope.
that's why Tank was doing what he was doing. He was fighting all these flat foot Mexicans because they said he couldn't fight no slick black fighter. He got in there with Frank Martin. Everybody know that Frank Martin is a game opponent. He's a very good fighter. And Tank Davis walked that man down from round 3 until he got him up out of there. Niggas was like, if he did that shit with Frank Martin, I don't got a chance. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not
Yeah,
doing it.
I
They
pass.
they saw what Frank Martin did to what's the dude Michelle Rivera. They saw what Frank Martin did to
Yeah,
him, and they saw what Tank did to Frank. They were like, nah, I'm not getting in the ring with that dude. Nope, not gonna do it.
yeah, yeah. That part. Yeah. I mean, listen. At some point, everybody gonna have to bring their ass outside. No matter you might think you're hiding, but you gonna come outside.
That nigga Tank right now is lurking in the bushes. He said, at some time, these niggas gotta go to the grocery store. They're gonna run out of food. They gotta go to the grocery store. They're gonna have to go to the grocery store, or they're gonna have to go put gas in their car or something. I'm gonna sit right here in these bushes. As soon as I see them walk to the mailbox, I'm jumping out on their ass. Bow, got you. Let's get your ass in the ring. Get your ass in the ring. he got these niggas calling Uber Eats and DoorDash and daggone Instacart. These niggas don't leave the house for nothing. These motherfuckers they turned into hermits.
Yo,
These niggas they turned into hermits.
yo. He said he got his niggas calling.
These niggas is not coming out the house for nothing. They like, nope.
Hey,
they should have never invented Instacart. I ain't even gotta go to the grocery store.
they out here doing no call. They out here doing no call, no show.
This nigga Tank Davis got these niggas changing job profession. They went from being a fighter to being a daggone telemarketer. They make calls on the phone. Hey, we got some new windows that we bringing
How
to
your
your
trainer
area.
though? Hold on though. But how your trainer at the gym? Like I know he's supposed to been here already. He ain't been answering his phone. He ain't answering no text message, no video chat. They ain't like him.
These niggas that turned into telemarketers. These niggas they said, nah, we're not gonna box no more. We're gonna be telemarketers. We're just gonna stay in the house. Hey, we got some new windows we bringing to your neighborhood. We want to show you these windows.
No, man, I know Take ain't got y'all under pressure like that now. Come on now. We gotta make this make sense now, baby. Damn, Take ain't got y'all under pressure like that now, do we? Damn, I'm need to talk to Wally Moses about this now.
This nigga Tank Davis got niggas.
K, let me tell you something, K. I wish they would have went ahead and did it, K. I wish they would went ahead and did it, K. But it ain't gonna happen. I wanted to, K. I really do, because that would be a shit talking press conference. But it sound good until you get in there with him.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. As soon as they make an offer to T.O., T.O. going to outprice it. Y'all gotta remember, T.O. asked for 10, 20 $1 million to fight Devin Haney. What the fuck y'all think he gonna ask for Tank Davis?
He started out with 4
say, I need
million.
30.
He started out with 4 million. Well, you know what? I can't even say because I didn't hear him doing all the talking. I heard his pops doing the talking. He said 4 million.
I did hear T.O. say 10 million for Devin. He was talking
But
to
I
Eddie.
know.
He said he wanted 10 million.
And then his pops came back and said, at that Josh Taylor fight, we'll take 20.
Right. So if
Damn.
you asking for that for Devin, he's gonna ask for like 30 to fight Tank. He's gonna like, oh, we need 30.
T.O. says, T.O., listen, it sounds good, K. I don't pay attention to who he say he wants because I know he's serious when he's not outpricing himself. See, fighters that outprice themselves or fighters, in my opinion, I don't take serious. And I can't say outpricing yourself because everybody has a right to, hey, if that's what you feel like you deserve, it ain't up to me to say. But when I hear you start throwing big ass numbers and then the numbers change, I can't take you serious, bro. I just can't take you serious.
I'm gonna say they outpricing themselves when you asking for numbers you have never made. When you asking for numbers you never made.
Yeah.
T.O. has never he's never did a gate that did over $1 million. He's never did a gate over $1 million. So when you asking for money that you has never generated, no, you're not being reasonable. You asking for way too much. If a nigga say, hey, we're gonna give you 5 million guaranteed, this is gonna be a pay-per-view, you're gonna get a portion on the back end. And you like, nah, I need 10. But then you don't want to fight because you never made 5 million and no fight. You never generated 5 million and no fight. You don't want to fight.
Yeah.
You don't want to fight.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me, bro. It's crazy to me.
That's what people don't realize. They were like, oh, well, this fighter want more money, this and that. He deserves more money. Well, you got to look at the business, because I understand y'all don't want to talk about the business, but the business is part of making these fights. The business is part of making these fights. These promoters not gonna put on fights where they're gonna lose money. if you talking to a fighter and they only generated $2.3 million for the entire fight, and a fighter coming saying, "Oh, I want $8 million for this fight," yeah, my fighter has generated money, but it's not a guarantee it's going to generate the money that I'm paying you and the money that I got to pay him. It's not a guarantee that we're going to generate that much money. Yeah, we know that it's a big fight, but is it a big fight for the casuals? Is that fight big for the casuals? Because you don't have the casual fan base like that. My fighter do, but you don't have the casual fan base like that. We don't know.
Yeah,
We gotta build this
smoke. What
fight
up?
up. We gotta build this fight up to make the money that you're asking for. That's
Yeah,
why people say, "Oh, we got to build the fight up." They're like, "Why we got to build a fight up? We can just have a fight now." Because one of these two fighters are asking for numbers that they have never seen in their career, and they never generated. So yeah, they do have to build the fight up because a fighter is asking for money that they have never generated, and they don't know if this fight is big enough to generate the money that they got to pay out to both the fighters. We know one of them has generated a certain amount of money. We know another one has generated a certain amount of money. But if we put both of them together, is this fight going to generate the money that these guys are asking for to fight each other?
yeah, yeah. As we approach the end of 2024, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people who's going to try to half step in 2025, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay because we gonna clean this shit up. All this gonna get cleaned up.
All
All
I
this is
know is
going to get cleaned up.
I know what I'm about to do. I know what I'm about to do. I'm about to shut down Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats. I'm shutting down all online business because these motherfuckers gonna have to come out and fight Tank Davis. You're not gonna be able to stay in the house for the rest of your life. You're gonna have to come out and fight Tank Davis.
Yeah, you're
Y'all
going
gonna have to
to.
come out
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to.
because I keep hearing, "Oh, Tank Davis ain't fought nobody." Well, he's trying to get these motherfuckers in the ring, and they ain't trying to get in the ring with him. You can't put it on Tank Davis. These motherfuckers not trying to get in the ring with him. Oh, what that Shakur should get this amount of money. No, we wasn't talking about the money. Everybody, that's the problem that I have with a lot of these fans. Everybody was talking about, "Oh, Tank ain't send no offer. Tank ain't send no offer." Then when Tank sent an offer, oh, he lowballing them.
A lot of these dudes don't know what they're talking
How is he
about. That's
lowballing
why
them?
I don't go to nobody like that and listen to people no more. Because people just be running their mouth to run their mouth. That's
How
why
is it?
I don't listen to
How
people no more.
how is he lowballing? I didn't hear no lowballing. I kept hearing Tank ain't sending no offer. Tank is the A side to everybody. Tank needs to send an offer. So when Tank send an
No,
offer, then
y'all need to shut
that
up.
means that guy should accept the offer. He should accept the offer because I ain't hear. Oh, he got to send a reasonable offer, or he got to send an offer that fighter wants. Y'all said he got to send an offer. He sent the offer. These guys ain't taking it. They ain't taking it.
These dudes don't be knowing what they talking about. They just be running their mouth to run their mouth. That's why I don't listen to none of them, man. I be like, I'm getting tired of a lot of y'all. Cause a lot of y'all just running your mouth to run your mouth. That's why if I don't know anything, if somebody didn't drop some information off in front of my door, I just shut up. All that, oh, I read on this. I read this. I don't care what you read. If it didn't come from the horse's mouth, I ain't trying to hear it, bro. Because everybody's just putting some shit out to sound like they know what they talking about and they don't. Then when the truth come out, well, I don't know everything, so how you expect me to know it? All right, well, don't put shit out like you know everything. You got to
Yeah,
sit back sometime and just chill and wait.
that's what
See
I
how
said.
this shit turn on.
The goalpost starts off at the back of the end zone in the center of the field.
Yeah.
Soon as that motherfucker, we start talking about this fight, this offer was sent, the goalposts get moved to the corner of the goddamn end zone. I'm like, hold up, that shit started off in the middle. How the fuck is that shit in the corner now? Why you got it over there? That shit, put that bitch back in the middle. Put the
he
motherfucking
said,
goalpost right back in the
he
middle.
said,
We not kicking
hold
that bitch to
on.
the left.
He said, put that shit back in the middle.
Put that bitch back in the middle. Y'all got the motherfucker over to the left. Now I gotta change my goddamn field goal kicker to the move to the left. You gotta move to the left now because they moved that bitch over there. Nah, put that bitch back in the middle. We're gonna say keep it right here. Y'all said if this man send the offer, then we can get the fights on. Okay, he sent the offer. Oh, he got to send a reasonable offer. Shakur said he wants this. Oh, so now Tank gotta do what the B side say they want. Well,
Yeah,
Shakur, he did this. Show me where Shakur did $5 million on any fight. Any fight. Shakur has never generated $5 million on any fight. Never. He never generated $5 million. So
no,
they were like, oh, but you gotta understand, he was one of the highest fighters viewed on ESPN. Yeah, that's ESPN. Shakur don't get none of that goddamn money. ESPN get that money. Shakur don't get shit. Shakur gets what his guarantee is. His guarantee has never been more than $5 million. Well,
yeah,
do you know these fighters want guarantee? Well, Ryan Garcia took 2.7. That man ended up walking away with $30 million. The man ended up walking away with $30 million. Why can't it? Why everybody else can't do that? They're going. Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin took like 700,000. I think he got like 700,000 guaranteed. He ended up walking away. Oh no, yeah, roughly around 700,000 guaranteed. He ended up walking away with like $8 million. You know, walking away with like $8 million. So what are we talking about?
yeah,
Y'all asking for these guarantees. We already know when it comes to the PBC fighters, when you fighting on pay-per-view, you get a small guarantee. You get your money on the back end. If you that big name fighter like everybody say you are, y'all should be able to generate that money. Y'all go out here and sell this fight, talk shit to each other, and make people want to see this goddamn fight. That's what
yeah,
Ryan and Tank did. That's what Rolly and Tank did. That's what Frank and Tank did. They generated enough money where niggas wanted to see that. I mean, they generated enough buzz around that fight where niggas wanted to see that fight. Oh, I'm gonna see if this motherfucker gonna be the one to stop Tank Davis. Oh, I'm gonna see if Tank Davis can knock this dude out.
yeah, yeah. That's why I be like certain shit. I don't go crazy over. I be like, look, man, all this shit happens when it happens, and if it don't, I'm okay with it because I refuse to bust a blood vessel in my brain. Even worrying about it. So I just look at it like, you know what? If it happens, it happens, and we'll just sit back and just see, and hopefully in
The,
2025, man, we can
That's the
step
shit.
it up, man.
The shit that killed me though. The shit that killed me with these. We're gonna get back to the fight
Yeah, yeah,
card,
yeah, yeah. Go
but
ahead.
the shit that killed me about these fans, they were like, "Oh, I don't care how much money they make. The money don't bother me. I ain't getting none of that money." But then you say, "Oh, well, they need to send a reasonable number." Well, if you don't care about the goddamn money, why are you not telling your fighter that you supporting? Man, go ahead and take that fight. That's more money than you made in your last fight. Take that fight. You're gonna see money on the back end. Why you not saying
Yeah,
that to the fighter? Because
they gangster now.
you telling us, okay, well, this fighter gotta lower his daggone guarantee so this fighter can get more guarantee. So you saying this fighter believes he's worth more than that. So you want us to tell this fighter he's worth less than that. Make it
Ain't
make
that
sense.
crazy? Now make
Make
that
it
make
make sense.
sense. Make
He's
that
worth
shit make
less than
sense.
that, but this fighter is worth
That's
more
why
than
I
that.
don't listen to these dudes, man. This is why I don't. I be like, look, bruh, y'all just say anything just to freaking say it, and that's why I do not bother to listen to them. I can't. They aggravate me, man. I'll be like, bruh, like, do y'all even know what you're talking about? Like, just sit back and just be quiet. Listen. Dude. These dudes just saying it. Dana White said Canelo got 25 million off the gate. Well, I mean, congratulations to Canelo.
He needed to get 25 million. If they was paying that man 30, he needed to get 25 million off the gate, and he needed his goddamn pay per view to be somewhere around 500,000. So
Congratulations, man.
these promotional companies can see a return in their investment. They invested in this fight. They need to be able to see a return in their investment. So if he got 25 million off the live gate, he need to get somewhere around 500,000 on the pay per view because They got to pay those other fighters that fought on that card too. Those other fighters
Yeah,
got to get paid as well.
yeah. That's what
And
people have to realize.
that's another thing people don't think about as well. Yeah, okay, this fighter asked for that. This fighter, that fighter's asking for that. Okay, well we got these other fighters that got to be on these cards. They not the pay per view attraction. Everybody's paying to see them, so we got to pay these people off of the money that we
I
give them
don't
that
think
live
people
gate.
understand that. People just look at it like because these guys fight on the undercard or when they fight, it's not on pay per view. Rather if it's on pay per view or not, and then it leads to the pay per view, everybody still has to get paid. It's not about what they're getting paid or how much. They still have to get paid.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't give a damn if they was getting paid 175,000, whatever the shit is that they was getting. They still got to get paid.
yeah. If that fight, and you got to think about it. If we guarantee these two fighters somewhere combined, somewhere around $40 million, we guarantee these two fighters somewhere around $40 million combined, and we only make 25 million off the live gate, but the pay per view flop. The rest of that money is coming out of those promoters' pocket. It's coming out of the promoters' pocket.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And sometimes people need to be reminded of that. Like you think that only the pay per view guys are the only ones that get paid, and everybody else is just up there to fight. Get the hell up here. Everybody got to get paid. So not only the fighters got to get paid, you have to think about the team. You got to think about the team. Everybody got to get paid. It ain't just the
Yep,
fighters get paid and the team is just there to be there. They got to get their share. I think the fighters are getting big money. It may not be all of them. It might be some particular ones, but they're getting it. For some, for some, a lot of them are trying to get their retirement money before getting their retirement money. If you get what I'm saying, Kay. And I have no problem with you planning for the future, making sure your family is secure. Because, like I said, this shit could end for you in a blink of a moment. It could end for you.
yep.
What some of these fighters need to do, it ain't about how much money you get. You need to invest in your shit. A lot of them is not doing that.
That's
Because when
why
they
I
get,
say Danny. That's why I say Danny don't need to fight no more because he did well with his money. He got
yeah,
a couple of businesses. He got a couple of businesses. He got his own promotional brand now. He did well with his money. He don't need to fight no more. I think he was just trying to secure another championship in another division, and it didn't work out for him. So he needed to go ahead and hang
that's
it
what
up.
these fighters need to
And
do. You can't say it ain't enough money. These fighters are making money. You can't expect all of them to make the same thing. Every fighter can't make the same amount of money. You think every NBA player made what Jordan made? Absolutely not. A lot of them made money and a lot of them messed up their money. That's why a lot of them are homeless today because they didn't invest in anything. They were too busy buying this and buying that. They took care of everybody else around them. And now today they're at a gas station with a damn cup in their hand while everybody else that they took care of is going on to live their lives. These fighters make money. They're not going to all make the same thing and they're not supposed to. It's your job to invest your money and to do something with it. If you decide to take your money and go take care of 1,000 people or 2 million people or whatever amount of people you're taking care of, you don't have nothing to show. You didn't invest into nothing. That's your fault. It's your
yeah,
fault.
I heard
You got
I
to be
heard my
smart.
man I heard my man Gene Deal saying something that made a lot of sense that a lot of people don't think about it. They was like, oh, Gene Deal, you broke. He was like, man, I'm not broke. I'm well off. I got my life is taken care of for the rest of my life. I got a retirement check that I get every single month. I did great investments. I got books that I wrote. He's like, yeah, okay. You got a ring. I got a ring too. You got a watch. I got a watch too. You got a chain. I got a chain. It might not be worth as much as yours, but it's mine. It's mine. You don't have nothing that I don't have. Yeah, your joint might be a better name brand or it might cost more, but it's the same thing. It's still a watch. It's still a ring.
Yeah.
Still a chain.
Ugh, that's a thing too. I don't give a damn about what it costs and mine's cost more than yours. What? All right. What are you saying? I don't care about none of that because I can't take none of that with me. So all that don't mean nothing. I got a roof over my head. My family's secure. If I died today, mission accomplished. My family. This is what these idiots got to understand too. All that money you making don't mean shit if two things. You didn't invest into it and you didn't leave nothing for your family, as far as your immediate family. So all that don't we can make all the money in the world we want. But if we ain't putting nothing into it, all that don't mean shit. I need 12.5 million. Okay. All right, yeah, you need that. That's cool. But at the end of the day, if you making all that and you end up at a gas station with a damn cup in your hand, what was all that for?
Mhm.
What was all that for, Free? How many athletes or movie stars, rappers we know, man, they going through it.
Uh, what does it mean if you was a big time ball player, you was a high paid boxer or one of these other celebrities, and you retire and your kid is working at McDonald's. Your kid working at McDonald's. Yeah, you was a big time celebrity. You're not no more, and your kid gotta struggle because you didn't invest nothing to say you didn't put no money away for your kids when they got older.
No, and this world is so evil, and now with social media being in the world for the last 20 years, it's been really around, and people are harsh. Somebody will walk right in a spot where they don't even know your child work and be like, "Hey, is this Steve Freeze? Wait a minute, hold on. This dude played for the Washington Command. No, no, I know that's not his daughter. I know that's not his son. Now the person don't even know you got them on camera. They don't know that. You over there doing your job and be like, oh my God. And take it and run with it on social media. I seen D
I
Free.
seen I seen
Man, that dude shit crazy, man.
I seen a lot of old celebrities that that's working a regular 9 to 5 job now. Some of them working good 9 to 5 jobs. Some of them are not. Like I remember when I saw Riddick Bowe. That man was working for Metro Access. He was working for Metro
Yeah.
Access.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
I remember Vin Baker, who played for the Seattle Supersonics, was working at Starbucks. I thought it was just a joke, and then come to find out, I said, "Oh shit, that man actually worked for Starbucks." It just blew. It was just mind blowing. It was mind blowing, and I don't knock somebody, but it's like I didn't become famous or work hard for this to go back down to this. Now, if I started out doing this and then I ended up doing this, okay, beautiful. But these cats be going backwards in life. So it don't matter what sport or what you do for a living. No matter how much money you think you deserve or how much you asking for, just keep this in mind. And some of you idiotic fans need to keep this shit in mind. Because some of y'all telling these athletes what they need to do and y'all asses are not even doing it. All that money in the world don't mean nothing if you're not a best if you didn't invest nothing into it. If when you leave your wife, your kids, or especially your wife, should be taken care of. So asking for all this money don't mean anything. Perfect example. Rest in peace. I just found out. Rest in peace to Tito Jackson. But I this is not important, but I read that the man had 17 kids and there was nothing left for them. Somebody want to explain that one to me? How was that? I'm not making it fun of the situation. I'm just saying, what are we doing? So it doesn't matter how much tours we go on or how much money we get. That shit don't mean. That's why 50 Cent is one of my favorites. Not because he's from New York. If you look at some of the shit that 50 do, 50 got so many investments and all that and so many businesses. It's crazy. And
No,
people can say that they can say he's selfish, but 50's not selfish. He went out to help a lot of people and they turned their back on him. So what is he supposed to do? That man gotta look out
no.
for him.
I read a report that 50 did, and they was like they asked 50, you're a multi-millionaire or multi I mean a billionaire, because 50 got roughly $1 billion, or he made roughly $1 billion in his career. They was like, why are you still out here working so hard? He's like, man, I ain't doing this for me. I'm doing this to leave this for my son. This is for my son.
Yeah,
When I'm
yeah,
gone, my son takes over all of this. So a lot of people think
yeah.
that he got bad blood with his son and all that. Nah, 50 doing all this for his son.
Oh, you talking about
Yeah,
the Marquise, the first son.
yeah.
Well,
He said,
you
I'm doing
know,
this for my son.
the public has put a lot of stuff out. His son has went out his way to say a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, that's still my pops, and you know who at the y'all'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? It
I
is
mean,
what it is.
every son and father go through that period of time where your son believe he knows everything, and his father can't tell him what to do. He's grown now. Every son goes through that with their father. I didn't
Yeah,
have the opportunity to go through that with my father because my father passed when I was young, but I went through that with my mother. My mother told me I needed to do this and do that. Although I never disrespected my mother, I still did my own thing. But when I saw what she was telling me was true, I had to say, you know what, my mother was right. My mother was right, because every child believes they know what the hell they doing when they get grown. Oh, Dad,
shit.
I know what I'm doing. So every child gonna go through that with their parents at some point in time. They're gonna believe they too grown. Their parents can't tell them what to do, and they know what they doing.
Yeah, you
But
gotta.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
you
is what
know,
it is. It's
it
part
is.
of
It
growing
is
pains.
exactly. It's part of life, and we all. I went through it. With my pops, fortunately, I had him in my life, and even though I felt like sometimes, we went through what we went through, but yeah, it's a learning experience. So when these fans go, like you said, he deserves this and he should be making that, but I'm not worrying about what the fans is. I'm not worrying about what these fighters are getting because I'm not getting no money. Y'all sound stupid. You ain't worrying about what they get, but you telling them what they should go out there and get, what they should be making.
Right. You say, oh, I
Make it
don't
make
I don't care
sense.
because I'm not getting none of that. Then why are you telling this fighter he should pay him that? If you don't care, y'all just say, hey, y'all need to work it out and make this fight happen. We want to see this fight. Y'all work it out, make this fight happen.
Yeah.
I don't care
Instead,
what the money is. If the money is whatever, y'all find some way to come to a common ground and y'all make this fight happen, because all of y'all gonna make good money.
and
All of
then
y'all
and
gonna make
then
good money.
and then a lot of y'all too, especially for the ones who don't have a show. A lot of y'all is like y'all put so much into what y'all be saying, but it's like if y'all had the opportunity, would y'all even bring these fighters up on your show to ask them that? Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't do it. Y'all ain't gonna do it because when y'all get up there, y'all too much doing this. Y'all up there kissing ass. You're the greatest, and those last 5 fights, you were amazing in them, and like,
I,
come
I,
on, man.
I, I told BBO, I told BBO, say, no, I'm telling you, when we get T.O., I'm going to say that shit. I said, you ain't got to tell him what I said. I'm going to say it to him. I'm not, you already know me. I don't bite my tongue for nobody. You have to tell me not to say certain things because
Y'all
you
working
already
on?
know
Y'all
I'm going
working
to
on
ask.
that? Y'all working on that? Y'all
Huh?
working on getting CO?
Yeah,
Y'all working on it?
yeah, we working on
Okay.
getting T.O.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be. Woo! The chat. I'm letting you know right now. The chat is going to be disrespectful. You know what they gonna
I
be in
said,
there like.
I'm like, dog, you tell me not to talk about certain things because you already know how I am. I'm gonna ask the questions that everybody's been talking about. I'm gonna ask the questions, and when I ask the
Yeah,
questions, I want an honest answer. Don't beat around the bush. Give me an honest answer. because I'm gonna ask you again until you give me an honest answer. I'm not one of those ones that you could just beat around the bush and say something and I'll be like, oh, okay, okay, that makes sense. No, nigga, you didn't answer the question. I asked you this. You talking about something totally different. That's not the question that I asked you. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if I hear another fan say you have no right to tell a person what he should or should not take, I'ma smack the shit out of him. Because yes, the hell I knew. I'm a dad. I pay a portion of their bills. If it ain't for my money, nigga, you ain't fighting. We're the fans. We pay their purses. If we don't pay, they don't fight. They ain't getting no fights if we don't pay. If we don't pay to see it, we don't pay to go to it, we don't pay for the mercs,
Yeah.
we don't buy no food at the daggone concession stand, they don't
Mm-hmm.
get no money. What are y'all talking about? The same thing like
I
the
guess
football
people
players. We
I guess people look at it, some people forget that too. That the same ones you sticking up for, or when you say this, you have to remember. Unless you don't order no pay-per-views, unless you don't go to no fights, then yeah, then whatever. Speak for yourself.
look,
I
how
just
you
ordered
think how you
Canelo
think
and Berlanga.
a guy like how you think a guy like Nicolas Cage go for playing in good movies to playing on daggone those daggone low budget movies? Because the fans ain't watching his goddamn movies because they not good. They're not
You
good.
said who? You said
If the
You said Nicolas Cage.
yeah, Nicolas Cage, he went from playing on
I just
big
yeah, I just
time
watched the movie
big
with him.
time
Yeah,
movies to playing in low budget movies.
yeah, I just seen a movie with him called Dream. It's called Dream something. It was on that was on demand. One of these movies I seen him in. That was crazy. You just mentioned him. I just was watching the movie with him this morning.
That's how those actors
It's
and
called Dream
actresses
Scenario.
go to
Dream Scenario. Some
yeah
shit. Dream Scenario is
yeah
what it's called. Some crazy movie.
yeah. That's how those actors and actresses go from being on the big screen to being in low budget movies because the people ain't buying their movies. They were like, well, we done did like 6, 7 movies and ain't nobody buying these joints. We ain't calling them for this role. We're gonna get somebody else. That's how it
Um,
happens.
like I said, some of these fans don't. Some of them just need to do themselves a favor and be quiet. That's what some of them need to do. Just be quiet. Some of the stuff they say just doesn't make any sense. Just do yourself a favor. Sometimes you just gotta be quiet. That's why I don't go back and forth with just be quiet sometimes. Cause y'all go out your way to say
That's
some
right.
of the
I tell
stupidest. They
I
go
tell
out their
people
way to
all the
say some of the
time.
stupid stuff.
It, I tell people all the time. Y'all complain about the fights, but then y'all turn around and buy them. You can't complain about
Yeah.
it and then turn around and buy it.
Well, my thing is this, and I say
I
this
like
all
they
the
were like
time. Don't complain and say you ain't gonna buy it, then you buy it. It don't. You ain't even got to go
they.
out your way to say that you ain't gonna buy it. My thing is, if you ain't gonna buy it,
I'm
keep it to yourself.
I'm one of the few people that will tell you. You like, hey, you buying this fight? Nigga, I don't want to see this fight. No, I'm not buying it. I don't
Like
want to see it.
I'm not
If it,
buying the Jake. I'm not buying, and I thought I was, but then I think about it. I'm like, no, I'm not doing the Jake Paul
like,
joint. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got to go out to the whole world to let them know I ain't doing that. And it has nothing personally to do with him. I thought I was going to be interested in looking at it, and then now when I think about it, I'm like, no, I'm not interested in doing it, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats go out their way to prove that they not gonna order a fight, right? And then turn around, you're gonna look at it rather if you order it or not. You know why? Because you want to be a part of the conversation. You don't want to be left out. Because
yeah,
everybody wants to feel like because they saw it, rather if they paid for it or not, they don't want to be left out the conversation because highlights only tells bits and parts of the story. Y'all running the
there's
highlights
plenty of
now.
comment.
Y'all running the highlights now, acting like, yo, I seen the fight. No, you ass. You seen highlights. It's called
Yeah,
highlights.
like 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 people still talk about that David Avenese. I was like, don't talk to me because I didn't see the goddamn fight. I can't tell you what
Oh
happened in
no,
each round. I
man.
didn't see. I didn't see
Man, look
shit.
at here,
I still
bro.
haven't. No, I still haven't watched the highlights of that fight. The only thing I've ever seen from that fight was Fanon had put a picture of the gloves of Terrence Crawford on his live stream. He was talking and he showed a picture of the gloves. That's the only thing I've seen from that entire fight. That's the only thing I seen was a picture of the gloves.
Mm.
I didn't see no highlights or none of that. That's all like, dog.
Yeah,
When I say
okay. He
I'm
was
not
hanging.
watching something, I'm not watching it at all. Now, if I say I'm not buying it, yeah, I might watch it, but I'm not buying it. But when I say I'm not watching it, no, I'm not watching it. Not
When I'm
watching it
not
at
watching
all.
it, when I'm not
I,
watching it, I ain't streaming it. I'm just not looking at it. Period. I am not into. I'm not.
nah,
I'm not watching it. Period. I'm like I ain't going to nobody's house to look at it. I ain't going to no bar. I ain't going to no fight party.
now
I will
I
sit.
stream a
I will
fight.
sit home.
I stream a fight. I
Mm-mm.
definitely will stream a fight.
If
I
I
ain't even
tell
gonna
you I'm not
lie.
watching it,
I will.
if I tell you I'm not watching it, that means I'm not interested in it. Period. It ain't just the
Oh yeah,
paying
if
part.
I say I'm not
I'm not
watching it,
interested. Yeah,
yeah, if I say I'm not watching it, I'm not streaming it or nothing. I'm not watching it.
that's what I'm
Now,
talking
if I
about.
say I'm not buying it, yeah, I stream it because I'm just not buying it. I watch the fight. I'm just not buying it.
Yeah.
Like the Canelo fight, I wasn't asking for that fight, so I didn't buy it. I watched it, but I didn't buy it. But like the David Avenese, nigga, I was not interested in that fight at all. It wasn't a single fight on that entire card that I was interested in. Not a single fight. I was like, no, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that at all.
Yeah. Hold on, no.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's just certain things I'd be like, man, whatever. He said Bo was hanging. Yeah, he was hanging out there, K, because he was hanging out there, and I just looked at the press conference with Canelo where they asked him about that. Canelo said no comment. So
But let's get
all
into
y'all that keep dragging this Canelo and Bud, let it go. You see, y'all fans are the
uh,
worst ones. It's not the media, it's not the fighters, it's y'all. Cause y'all the ones that keep building this shit. It ain't gonna happen, so y'all might as well just shut up about it.
speaking of Canelo and Bud, let's talk about Canelo and Dagor Berlanga. Now, I said I
Oh,
thought Berlanga was gonna get stopped. I thought Berlanga was gonna get
I
stopped.
told you,
I was
Free.
wrong.
You thought I was tripping. I told you, Free. I said we don't know what is. I kept saying I don't know what's gonna happen. Even though there was a part of me that was like, there's a chance he might just go to sleep, and let me just give Belinga the benefit of the doubt and try to give this man some type of. Let me tell you something. That man left me shocked because I didn't
Well,
think
I will
he was
say
gonna go 12
Berlanga
rounds.
Berlanga showed a lot of heart and a lot of grit in that fight. Because when
Yeah,
Canelo dropped him, I thought that was the beginning of the end. When Canelo dropped his ass, I thought that was the beginning of the end. I
yeah.
was like, damn, he about to get stopped. And Canelo went in for the stop. He went in
And
to
I
try
knew
to
he,
stop him.
but I
And
knew he was all right because when he got up and he did the thing when started putting his gloves, I said, all right, he out, he good, he good, he good.
but
My
Canelo,
concern
when
with my
Canelo got him in
concern
that
with him
corner,
was, yeah, my concern with him was get your ass off them ropes. I kept yelling,
oh
Belinga,
no,
get your ass off
I
them
didn't think
ropes.
I didn't think he was hurt when he got dropped. I think Canelo caught him with a perfect shot and it dropped
Yeah,
him. But when
yeah.
Canelo got his ass in that corner, Canelo caught him with a couple of big shots. I saw that man head go back. I was like, oh, Canelo about to get his ass up out of here.
Listen,
And that nigga made it. He survived. I was like, okay. Berlanga shows up. Me, yeah, fuck me. Fuck me. Any of y'all tell me which one of y'all would have said Berlanga got more heart than Jamel Charlo? Which one of y'all,
oh
before
shit.
this fight,
Hold
which one of
on,
y'all would have said Berlanga got more heart than Jamel Charlo?
no comment. I'm muting my mic and I'm turning my camera off. No comment. I'm muting
I
my
don't think
joint.
nobody would, prior to this fight, I don't think there's not a single person would have said that Berlanga got more heart than Jamel Charlo. I
Well,
don't think
I'll
there's a
tell you
single
this.
person that would have said that.
He did something, and I don't want to. I have to say this. He did something that Caleb Plant didn't do. He survived.
He
12.
did
You
something. He did. No, he didn't survive. That man fought. That man fought. He didn't survive. What Jamel did was survive. That man fought. He fought the entire fight.
no, I'm talking about.
That
I'm
man
talking about
didn't
far
run.
as,
He didn't run
far as
from
I'm talking
Canelo.
about far as I'm talking about far as Berlanga just getting through the whole 12 rounds and like nobody was expecting that. I'm sure there was a lot of people betting on Berlanga to go to sleep. People had the 6 round. The bets were crazy, free. The bets was crazy. 6 round, 8 round. I said, oh, y'all just violating the homie. So a lot of people were pissed this Saturday. They were pissed. I know there were some people pissed. They were pissed.
I'm not gonna say. I mean, yeah. I mean, it probably was some people that was pissed. I'm not gonna say I was pissed. I was pleasantly surprised because that shit was a hell of a fight. That was entertaining. And Berlanga, he came to fight. He came to fight. He put on
Yeah, y'all.
a
This
hellified performance.
Sunday, is it, no, it's not this Sunday. It's the 29th. I apologize. Right? Yeah, the 29th. Go over there to my brother D Hall on the People Show. Go subscribe to him. Uh, follow him on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, Cassandra Phillips, a great young female who's into boxing. A great friend of mine's. She'll be on. So make sure everybody pull up over there on the 29th. Yeah, it left me stunned because even when it got to the championship rounds, I was like, okay, it's going at some point he's gonna try to clip. He's gonna try to clip Berlanga and get him up out of here. And when it didn't happen, it didn't even when you looked at Canelo's face, it told the story. Told the story.
Yeah.
It told the story. And that's why he had to give Berlanga his props. He had to get Berlanga. That's why when they did that at the end of the ring and he talked to him, he knew he had to do that. Not to make himself look good in public, not because it was a Mexico versus Puerto Rico. You had to give that man because it's like, damn, I thought I was gonna get you out of here, my friend. I thought I was
Yeah.
gonna get you out of here, and sorry, I doubted your power. I doubted you. I might have won, but I didn't get it easy.
Yeah. That
Now
man
look at
definitely.
Canelo's last fight compared to this one. A lot of y'all are disappointed, huh? A lot of y'all, I guarantee you. He showed heart. He showed more. Hey, listen, we took all them, and the one loss doesn't mean shit. He didn't lose to a nobody. Let's not get it twisted. No matter how I feel about Canelo and his choice of opponents, Canelo is still a somebody. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that Berlanga went through that because y'all don't think he gonna learn from that? You don't think he gonna come back now on some shh, man, look.
What I don't want him to come back as, I don't want him to get big headed. Oh, I was in
I
there with
don't think he
Canelo
will.
Alvarez, so I deserve to get paid this.
Uh, I think just what he got paid will just be all right. But I feel what you're saying, though. I feel what you're saying. No, I definitely feel what you're saying, though. We don't want that. Yo, call Turkey and tell him let's get this shit in with me and Benavides. You know what I'm saying? You know how that is, free. And tell Turkey I need about 30 or 40 million. Me and Benavides right now.
Nah, nah,
We don't want that.
nah, not at all.
I didn't. You know what? Yeah, when he said that was his idol growing up, I'm not going to say that he was a lie. I can't say just because he didn't mention it before that he was a lie. Sometimes, you don't want to put all that up, building up to the fight. This is my idol. Who wants to be sitting at the table at a press conference or a face off? This is my idol. Nah, man. You wait to say all that after the fight. Yeah, I watched him growing up. He's one of the people that motivated me. He got to go 12 rounds with somebody that he grew up watching that he was a fan of that motivated him. A Canelo next opponent, whoever that may be, is going straight to the emergency room. whoever that may be, because Canelo is not gonna let that happen again. Because now everybody's gonna be thinking, "Hey, Berlanga can do it, and who the hell is Berlanga compared to me? Hey, if Berlanga can do it, I can do it. No, you can't. You're going to
Yeah.
sleep, whoever you are.
Yeah. But
You,
yeah, Berlanga definitely get much respect for the heart that he showed. Now,
yeah,
do I think he's a B class fighter? No, I still think he's a C-level fighter. But he showed a lot of heart. He showed a lot of heart. You
yeah.
you ain't
Listen,
gotta
you
you ain't gotta
surprised
be
me.
a yeah you ain't gotta be a A-level or B-level fighter because you went the distance. You can be a C-level fighter and still show heart and go the distance with somebody.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, Kay. They had to build the fight up. When you fight, you know how many of these guys have fought their idols, people
mhm.
that they watched, as a kid. You sitting in your living room with a bowl of cereal, and you watching the guy who's fucking 10 years older than you, 15 years older than
Now
you.
what
You
I
like, wow,
what I will say is it might project him to go to B level, possibly even A level, because of the experience that he had. He was in there with
so
one of the best.
I
He
want to
was in there
ask you
with one of the
next.
best.
What does an Edgar Berlanga and Caleb Plant sound like?
Uh
You know the build up to that is crazy already. They already don't like each other as it is.
I don't know. I don't know because what I saw from Caleb Plant in that fight, that same card, I saw a different side of Caleb Plant. Maybe the trainer Birdman is getting Caleb to where he needs to be at.
Yeah, I like Bread
Uh,
Man.
yeah, maybe he's getting Caleb to where he needs to be at. Do I think Caleb has a gas tank? I don't know. What I did see though, Caleb didn't move as much around that ring, and it preserved his gas tank. He didn't move that much, so maybe that's something that he needs to do more often. Is not move as much and preserve that gas tank because he had power late in that fight because he didn't burn himself out.
Yeah, which I don't care how skilled you are. If you have no gas tank, that don't mean anything.
Um, I could I know a lot of people might lead towards Caleb Plant. It all
Yeah,
depends on what version of Caleb Plant we get. If we get the version of Caleb Plant that fought Andre Durrell and fought uh 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 uh, uh Trevor McCumbee, I think Caleb Plant could beat Berlanga. But if we get the version of Caleb Plant that fought Canelo and the version that fought David Benavidez, I think Berlanga could possibly stop Caleb Plant.
I
What
think
do you
that
think?
should be the next. To me, in my opinion, I think that should be the next to go fight. I think they should, in my opinion, I mean, in 2025, that's just me. Because what we can't do is keep focusing on all these imaginary fights. We can't keep focusing on no damn Canelo and damn Crawford or Canelo or Benavidez because we see that it's not going there. So why not make the next big? I think Caleb Plant, Edgar Berlanga makes a lot of sense in my opinion. It makes a lot of sense at 68. And who's not going to watch that? You take the fight like that, and and when you take a fight like that, you make sure you make it a fire undercard too. Um, because you gotta for a fight like that, you gotta. I'm proud of him. Um, and that was probably one of the first Canelo fights I actually enjoyed. I actually enjoyed it, not because Edgar hung in there 12 rounds. And we can't say that Canelo carried him for 12 rounds.
No, he
He
didn't.
went in, he went in there and actually did his thing. Because, like you said, when he knocked him down, like you said, I said, "Uh oh, shit." The prediction might come a little early than what people. What round was that again? It was early in the round.
That was the third round.
See, I was like, oh shit, is he gonna get a stoppage in the third round? Oh, come on now, no, 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 no. No, come on, it's too early, too early. Yeah, they don't like each other. They don't like each other, kid. Yeah, they really don't. But a lot of fighters say they don't like each other, and there's some reason at the end they end up shaking it up and dapping it up. That
I mean,
a lot of times fighters don't. But then you have to respect the man when it's all said and done. Though that would yeah, it would be a war in the ring. Caleb Plant, Edgar Berlanga will definitely be, and hopefully they'll get that going, and it won't be a fantasy fight where months we're talking about it. Let's hope they'll do that. Underrated. What's up, my brother? Number one grinder. We'll have to see. But it was great. The whole pay-per-view wasn't amazing pay-per-view. You know what
right.
I'm saying? But I think the biggest shock was just Berlanga going to 12 rounds. To see Danny in that situation like that, um, I hope he just sits back with his family and he enjoys it. Uh, Rody Romero, I don't know what's next for him. We'll see what's up with him and where does he go. Cool boy Steph at 26. I'm interested in seeing what he does. Um, how his future turns out, and we'll see what's up with Caleb next. And we'll hopefully Caleb and Edgar would be. It'll be next. Who do we got free? If oh, damn it, I can't get into it now. Or should I? Should I get into it now? Should I wait? We
Go
got
ahead.
AJ and Daniel DeBar. Maybe I should wait for that one. A press conference had. Yeah, 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 yeah. Canelo was pretty swolled up in that press conference. Yeah, if you look at his eye, let me tell you something. He doesn't have much longer in the sport like people think he does. If y'all thinking Canelo gonna be around another 2 or 3 years, mm-mm,
I
mm-mm.
mean, I don't think he's going to be around another 2 or 3 years because I think Canelo is going to get bored. It ain't nobody. I mean, he's not going to fight David Benavidez, but it ain't going to be
Nope.
nobody else left for him to fight.
And if he was to do something like, oh, I'm going to 75 to take on the David Morrell, man, they'll crucify his ass. Oh, so
Now,
you gonna go to that David and skip me? Oh, hell
see,
no.
and this is what I talk this is what I be talking about when people say, "Oh, Canelo can do what he wants." Yeah, once you clear out the entire division and you say, "You know what? I started my career off at 54. I went up to 75. Didn't I was 50-50 at 75. I campaigned at 68. I became undisputed at 68. I fought everybody at 68 and beat them all. At that point, he can do whatever he want to do.
Yeah. But wouldn't that be crazy though? They make his next fight, yeah, Canelo Alvarez versus David Morrell. You like what? So you gonna skip the other David? Oh shit! So so free. If that was to happen, would you personally call Canelo a duck?
Well, I would say he's still ducking David Benavidez, but
Yeah,
I will watch the David Morrell fight. I will watch that fight because I think David Morrell is one of those dudes as well. But I would still say he's ducking David Benavidez
yeah,
because
because that would really, to me, that would really piss the boxing community off. Oh, so the other David ain't good enough for you. Oh, you really, okay. All right, this is what we
because
doing.
you can't say that David Benavidez don't bring nothing and then you go fight David Morrell.
I'm just mentioning that. Not saying that's gonna happen. So when it happens, I don't want people gonna be like, "Oh shit, he was talking about." I'm just saying we've seen strange. Free, you've been watching boxing much longer than me. We have seen strange shit happen in boxing. Don't be
Yeah.
too surprised. Y'all look up, and it's Canelo versus David.
It is what it is.
Because look, did he say something? Was it him that said he wanted the winner out of Better Beeve and Bevo? I said, this guy got to be kidding me.
He said he
Are
wanted
you
the
kidding
winner.
me?
He said he wanted the winner out of Butterbeef and Beaver, and they said, "Who are you going for?" He said he going for Beaver.
This guy, this guy,
He don't want to fight Butterbeef.
this guy. So what
He
do you
said
think, that better beef will be easy for you? Is that what you're saying, sir? That's what you
no,
think?
no. He know that Butterbeef will be hard. He knows there's a chance he gets put to sleep against Butterbeef. He see Butterbeef the same way we see Butterbeef.
But in any way you look at it, right? You're running everywhere except for the direction you should be running in. Oh man, that shit got this right here has duck written all over it. He will never fight David, but he still has two more fights on his contract. Oh,
Yeah, he do.
hmm. Now is that two more fights? What with PBC?
Yeah,
Crawford calling out Canelo. Yeah, I know he is, but he keeps saying no comment. He has no interest in that too. But I think his not having no interest is different from David. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Free.
well,
His is, I'm not going to get any credit for beating Crawford if I beat him. Or if he beats me, that's an embarrassment. Look where he came from. Could it be either one of those, Free?
say that again.
So him not wanting to fight Crawford is different from not wanting to fight David. His thing with Crawford is, I'm not going to get no points or no respect if I beat this man. And two, if this man beats me, this is a fucking embarrassment.
Yeah,
From looking at where he came from and weight.
yeah. That's the exact reason. That's the exact reason. He said, I won't get no credit for beating Crawford. He
But
not
he
gonna get
never
no
took the
credit.
time to think, if Crawford beats me or outbox me, this shit he don't have to knock me out or stop me. If this man beats me just on points, this shit
Oh
is
no,
embarrassing.
no. He took that in consideration. It's a lose lose for Canelo Alvarez. It's a win win for Crawford because he said I get nothing out of it because
Yeah,
if I lose, I lost to a smaller man. If I win, I beat a smaller man. He gets nothing out of it. So he took that into consideration because
yeah.
he's absolutely correct. If he
And,
lose, he
and
lost to a smaller man. If he win, he beat a smaller man.
and
So
then now with David, it's like shit. You just got to. I'm just go. Hey, with David, I ain't got to say nothing. Just pay me. But knowing that he really ain't gonna. I mean, damn, it's crazy, man. I'm listen. Mark my words, and I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but I just need y'all to give y'all a heads up before it ends up happening. If you happen to see Canelo versus a damn David Morrell, don't be upset. And if he doesn't fight David Morrell, it's not gonna be. It's damn sure ain't gonna be Crawford or Benavidez on that list. He got two more fights left. David and Crawford is not neither one of them. Just know that. Just know that. Telling you.
no,
And he's telling you that I'd rather fight the winner out of what you call it, but that's any way you look at it, my man. You still trying to avoid the man that's been your mandatory. How long has I heard David say it before, but it always slips my mind. How long has David had been the mandatory?
3 years.
God
Well,
damn.
he wasn't the official mandatory, but he's been in the number one position to be called the mandatory for 3 years.
Yeah, K Savari, you could be right. Or Bud just could be trying to solidify his legacy. But that could be a big money fight where he just goes, you know what, this is it. Because Bud is what, 35, 36. You know, you at that age where you got to
30,
slow down.
but it be 37 in this month or
God
yes,
damn, boy.
this month.
We got dudes
He'll
in their
be
30s still active more than dudes in their 20s. What the hell going on here?
yeah, but it be
Woo.
37 this month.
Okay. See, it's even with him, it's almost time to sit down. For a lot of
Yeah,
these guys, it's
that
time for them to
last
sit
fight.
down.
that last fight showed that it's just about time for Bud to sit down, because I
What's good,
understand
Smoke?
people say, "Oh, Bud won that fight. He won it, but he ain't win it easy." Because, like I said,
Speaking of
I keep
sit
telling
down,
people,
speaking of sitting down, I might as well, I'm just go ahead and mention it while we're here. There's no point in saving it for another day. When we speak about sit down, and we seen what just happened with Danny, we seen Crawford when he came back. A lot of these guys have took more time off than they've ever took in their career. When you say about guys sitting down, what do you think Earl Spence should do? Because we know he's not big on taking any type of fight. He likes the big fights. Now we seen what happened with these other guys. What do you want to see him do?
what I want to see him do is two different things of what is different from what he's going to do. What I want to see him do is
Yeah.
take a tune-up fight at 54 and then go into a big fight. What he's
Yeah.
going to do, what he's going to do, he's probably going to fight Fandora. He's probably going to end up fighting Fandora.
Well, they were talking about Crawford and Fendora, and
That's called off.
yeah. Oh, okay. So what I read was
Bomac said that fight is not happening.
BC. What up? So what I read was he was targeting for Erickson Lubin, Spence.
That's a good
That's
fight. That's a good fight.
and I'm like, damn. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Erickson
That's a
Lubin, hell yeah.
that's a good fight.
Why not?
That's what I say is a tune up and then go into a big fight, because yeah, Erkson Lubin, he's a good fighter.
He
I'm
gonna need
not
a
saying
couple. See, he gonna
I'm
need
not
a couple tune-ups. He can't just take one tune-up and just jump in the big fight. Earl's been going for. You gonna need about 2, 3 tune-ups, man,
no he
before
not no he
just.
not no he
No,
not
you don't think so?
not if he fights somebody like a Erkson Lubin. No, Erkson Lubin, you gotta remember Erkson Lubin is he's that next tier right below the top of the division. He's that next tier right below. So Erkson Lubin is not the top of the division.
Yeah.
Top of the division. So if he gets in there with Erkson Lubin, and let's say he washed Erkson Lubin, he beat him every
Yeah.
round and then end up stopping Erkson Lubin, he's ready for the top. He's ready for that next level up,
So
because
where
Erkson
does that?
Lubin.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Erkson Lubin Erkson Lubin could have beat Fendor. He could have beaten Fendor if he would have fought his fight. He fought Fendora fight. If he would have fought his fight, he would have beat Fendor, because Erkson Lubin, he was catching Fendor with some clean shots. He dropped Fendor, hurt him in that fight. But he kept fighting on the inside instead of fighting on the outside. If he would have fought
So
on the outside and used his footwork, he would have beat Fendor. Erkson Lubin I ain't gonna say great. He's a good fighter at 54. Like I said, he's right below that top level of 54. Some people say he belongs in the top level of 54. I don't think he's that good to be in the top level of 54,
okay.
but he's right below that. He's right below that.
So with all right. So with Bud being taken out that situation against Fendor, where does that leave Fendor? Because just when we think that 54 is dried up and it's washed up, it actually isn't. When you look at the level of competition, we have Tim Tszyu coming back on the 19th of October, which we never got to see Tim Tszyu get his get back against Fendora. Do you think we could possibly see that in the new year? Because I want to see him run it back.
I think they will run it back. I think if Fendora goes in there and beats Earl, if him and Earl do happen to fight, and Fendora beats Earl, I think Tim Tszyu will get that fight with Fedora. I think he gets that fight, that run back with Fendora in the very next fight. I think
Okay.
he'll get that fight before Bud will get that fight.
Because I know that fight kind of like went away slowly. It kind of went away, and I was like, wait a minute. Why is my man not getting his get back? Like, we need that. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed the first one, and I'm like, yeah, we got to run this back. We can't act like this never happened. Like, we can't wish this fight away. Let's go ahead because 54 is looking real interesting. But yeah, when I look at Earl, him and Erickson Lubin, yeah, I'm with that.
Well, the reason why they didn't run it back right away is because uh, Tim Zoo was his eye never fully healed. Because remember, Tim Zoo was supposed to fight Virgil Ortiz. That
Yeah,
fight got canceled because Tim Zoo eye wasn't completely healed. Um,
yeah,
Fandor and Earl had already been in talks to be made happen, so Tim Zoo couldn't get into that negotiation with Fandor. He couldn't get
yeah,
into the negotiation because there was no rematch clause for Tim Zoo or Fandor. Whoever won that fight just won that fight. There was no rematch clause. The rematch is them agreeing to fight each other again. That's the rematch. There's no rematch
yeah.
clause for them.
Um, we're getting to the end of the year. Like you said, there's 3 months left. We don't know what could happen. Give me at least one fight that you would like to see before 2024 ends. We know we can't see a tank in Shakur, and even if Shakur wasn't in his situation, I don't think we would have got it anyway. But give me one fight that you
Um,
think that they could definitely make for sure before this year's up.
Tank and Loma.
Now, free. Now, I just told you to make
No,
a fight.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because Loma said he want to spend time with his family, but
Okay.
he didn't say that he can't fight before this year is out. He said he wants to go spend time with his family. Who's to say? Okay, I spent enough time with my family. I need to get back in the ring. I'm getting older. I can't go too long out of the ring and expect to be still at the top level of
Um,
this fighting game.
I don't know. I don't see it happening because he spend time with his family. To me, is a. I'm not
I ain't say
interested
I ain't
right
say it was
now.
I ain't say it was going to happen. I'm saying that's the
No, no,
fight
no.
I
I'm just
wanted
saying.
I
I
wanted to
just
see.
when people talk like that, not to say people don't need time with their family. To me, I take that as I'm not interested right now. Let me go be with my family, and then then maybe we could talk about it. Why don't they give what's the dude Rayo, whatever, the dude who beat Cruz? Why don't they give him a shot?
And who? At Tank?
Oh, you don't want to see that because I know Tank will put him to sleep. I know. That's
No, but
yeah.
what I'm saying is if he get a shot at Tank, is they going to fight at 35 or they going to fight at 40?
Oh, I don't
Because
know because I'm trying to figure out how the hell Tank. Tank is getting older, and I'm trying to figure out, bruh, how is it possible for you to still be making 35? It's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you how it's possible for him to stay at 35. The nigga is 5'5". He 5'5".
Yeah, but he a little diesel, but he a little.
No, no,
I'll be
no, he's
looking at.
not. No, he's not.
He's
No,
not
he's not.
diesel like super diesel, but I'm just saying he got a he a
No,
little he. I
no.
don't think Loma wants.
If you look at Tank,
Nah,
Tank is
probably
a
not.
if you look at Tank in person, Tank is a small frame dude. He's not. He
Yeah,
doesn't have those wide shoulders like Manny Pacquiao had, like
no.
Canelo Alvarez had. He doesn't have those wide shoulders. He's not a dude that can hold a lot of weight. Yeah, he might blow up if he's not in shape, but he can't hold a lot of weight. He can't
You
fight
know
with
what?
a lot of weight on him.
Personally, in my opinion, the fights is at 40. It's all about if he wants it. These
No,
guys
he
get to a part of their career where they just go, you know what?
see my
I don't
thing
know.
is I think Tank will eventually go to 40. I think Tank don't want to go to 40 until he gotten all of the guys at 35 that he wants to get at 35. He wants Shakur, he wants Loma. I think he wants to get those two guys and then he will go to 40.
Well, he's not going to be probably back until late next year or the middle of next year because, with Shakur, it takes time. You got to, your hand got to heal and then you got to go through rehab and all that. So
Well,
that's going to take
I
a
mean,
little minute.
we already knew that the Shakur and Tank Davis fight was going to happen in 2025 when he signed with Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn already said that he was going to fight Joe Cordina and then he was going to fight Williams Zepeda in February of 2025. Well, if you fighting Williams Zepeda in February 2025, that means Tank is going to be later.
I don't mind seeing
Tank is
that
going to be
case of
later.
Wally. Tim Zoo and Crawford. I don't mind seeing that. I have no issues with that. No arguments, no debates. I ain't got no issue with it. I ain't got no
Yeah,
issue with it.
it's just not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen
Yeah,
this
of
year
course. Of
because
course it ain't gonna happen
Tim
this year.
Tim
This
Zoo
year's
fight
over.
Yeah, Tim Zoo fight in October. Tim Zoo fight in October. He ain't fighting in December. He ain't
Nah,
fighting in
hell no,
December.
hell no, hell no. That's ain't nobody about to do all that.
Right.
Yeah, when he did though, K, that was against Mario Barrios. You know, that was a little bit. That was about 3 years ago when he had that fight at 40.
Yep.
I'm just anxious to see now. I wanted. Let's just get straight to it. Tank and Tiafimo is who I would like, but we don't need the outpricing shit to start. We don't need
Well,
that.
we already know that's what's going to happen. Like I said, if T.O. is asking for 10, $20 million to fight Devin Haney, you already know he's going to ask for like 30 to fight Tank.
What if he messed your head up? Not that he'll do this, but what if he just messed your head up and took lower money? Would that tell you that, oh, this whole time you really didn't want to fight Devin? That was your way
Of
of not
course,
wanting to fight him?
of course, of
Damn.
course.
Oh,
No,
damn.
I believe
Damn.
that right now that he doesn't want to fight Devin because
Damn.
there was another opportunity where he could have fought Devin. Bob Earn put Devin in a two. It gave Theo 2 fights. He said he was going to fight somebody else, and Devin was the second fight. Theo said no, he didn't want it. He said no, I don't want that. So he turned Devin down again. He don't want to fight Devin.
It
And this was
just
after the Ryan fight. This was after Ryan.
so the back and forths, it sound good, but you really don't want no smoke.
Yeah, this was after Ryan fight. Now I don't know if he saw okay, Ryan caught this nigga with like 4 or 5 left hooks and his ass kept getting up. I don't know if that's what he saw and he said, you know what? I can't do it. I can't do it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. 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 Well, I'm not too upset about what we got this year. I've enjoyed what we got. I'll continue to enjoy it because the day I have to keep complaining about what's going on in boxing is when I either stop watching it or pick and choose what I want to watch, and that's basically what I'll do now. Pick and choose what I want to watch. I think next year it'll be interesting. It'll be a lot more interesting than what people will think. But just don't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen. Cinco de Mayo week comes up. What's that in May?
Yeah. May
Don't
the
be
first week
surprised
of
if you
May.
look first week away, right? The first week of May. Canelo could come back anytime he wants. Don't be surprised if he come back and it's damn Canelo versus David Morrell.
I, yeah, I mean that would be the only reason why David Morrell come back down to 68.
Yeah. Hey,
That would be
hey,
the
tell
only
me
reason
that
why David Morrell
tell me
come
that
down to 68.
and David ain't got a lot of fights like that. So tell me check this that that the money be all right for him. He'll be all right. Because that's what they get. They be wanting that bag and they can respectfully be
It's
like,
not even
okay.
the thing is it's not even the money that he would get for the fight. It's the fact that makes for a bigger fight for him and David Benavidez because a lot of people saying, "Oh, David Morrell don't deserve a fight with David Benavidez. He hasn't fought anybody." Well, if he fought Canelo, he fought somebody that David Benavidez wanted to fight.
Well, they said David don't. They said David don't. They saying Benavidez don't deserve a fight with Canelo. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Boots don't deserve a fight with Crawford. This person don't deserve a fight with this. Yo, man, y'all be protecting the hell out y'all favorite fighters, boy. I swear to God. And then when somebody tell your favorite fighter what to do, why should he do that? He don't need to do that. All he needs to do is get this next fight and ride off to the sunset. But you trying to
No,
tell me what my fighter need to do? That shit crazy.
this is the thing. This is the thing. When it comes to Boots, they say Boots don't deserve a fight with Bud because he hasn't done
Mm-hmm.
anything. He hasn't done
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Yep.
But then they say it's nobody at 47 for him to fight.
Yeah. Make it make
So
sense.
if there's nobody for him to fight that would get him a fight with Bud at 47, how was he ever going to deserve a fight with Bud?
Make it make sense.
The man put himself in position to be called the mandatory as the IBF. Like, oh well, he could have been the mandatory at WBO. Whether he could have been a mandatory at WBO or not, he's a mandatory as the IBF.
Yeah.
That gives him the right to fight Bud Crawford as the IBO mandatory. I mean, as the IBF mandatory. That gives him the right to fight Bud Crawford right there. Oh, well, he hasn't done enough. So when it comes to these fighters, you got to give him a respectable offer. But when it comes to this fighter who's the mandatory, oh, he hasn't done enough. So is it the money or is it the quality of fights that he had? Which one is it? Because y'all change the shit when it comes to certain fighters.
They change it up too much for me where it confuses me. And I always say, if somebody was just walking into boxing now, or they haven't been around boxing in a while and they need to understand what is going on, half of y'all I have them hella confused out here.
Because they couldn't say the money for Boots because Boots never complained about the money. He just wanted to fight.
Yeah.
They couldn't say the money for Boots. But
They
now,
don't be knowing.
so
They don't be knowing.
I keep telling everybody, if you don't give the man the opportunity, how you know he deserved the fight or not? He never had the opportunity.
They don't be wanting them to have the opportunity. They be too afraid. You think they want to stand there free and watch their favorite fighter get their ass whooped? But this is boxing.
So he don't deserve a fight, but he fought some of the same guys that he fought.
Yeah.
He fought some of the same guys that Bud fought, but he don't deserve a fight.
Nah. And that
Bud fought the
kills me.
same guys that this man has fought. They both beat the same guys. How he doesn't deserve a fight? If they both beat the same guys and there's nobody else left in between them, how he don't deserve a fight?
Once again, make it make sense.
Oh, he
They
gotta go fight.
can't.
He gotta go fight Mario Barrio. But y'all said Mario Barrio was nobody when Tank fought him. Mario Barrio was nobody when Tank fought him. But
They
Boots
call
gotta fight him.
they calling Mario right now damaged goods. I'm like, what?
He only got beat by two guys. He got beat by two guys. Keith
But he
Thurman
damaged
and
goods
Tank
though.
Davis.
But he damaged goods though, according to them. Y'all just say anything out your mouths, and that's why I don't bother listening too much to y'all. That's why I pick and choose where I want to go and who I want to listen to. Cause I'm like, some of y'all just, boy, some of y'all make somebody not want to watch boxing no more.
Mario Barrio got beat by Tank
But
Davis.
don't want nobody. But yeah, I know. Well, he can say whatever. Case right. But if Canelo don't want it, it ain't gonna matter what Bud want.
Yeah. Like I said, Mario Barrio got beat by Tank Davis and Keith Thurman. That's a
So
hell of a resume. Just those two guys alone.
I guess Tank and Thurman are nobody.
Just those two guys alone on your resume is better than anybody else's resume at 147 right now.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact right now.
That's better
But
than
you
anybody's resume at 147 right now. Just those two guys alone.
can't tell them that out here though. Can't tell them out here. Oh man, it's crazy, bro. Can't tell them out now
Yeah,
here. That's why I don't.
I'm not gonna argue about that. Some people thought that Keith Thurman lost that fight. Some people thought Keith Thurman won that fight. It's here nor there. When we talk about resumes is who you actually got in the ring with. So whether he won the fight or lost, he got in the ring with that guy. When we talk about legacy, that's when you talk about who you beat. So people got resumes and legacies mixed up because they like,
Yeah.
oh, well, we talking about resume. Okay, we talking about resume. Okay, he fought Tank Davis. Nah, he lost to Tank Davis. It doesn't
What
matter.
up?
That's on his record. That's his resume. That's on his record. Legacy is who you beat. That's a legacy. That's what you leave behind. Who you beat. That's your legacy. Your resume is who you got in the ring with. That's why I said a lot of
Yeah.
these people don't know. They don't know what they're talking when they speak about boxing. They just hear other people say the same stuff. so they repeat what they hear somebody else say.
They try to, and I hate that. That's why I be like, no. That's why I speak the way I speak, because I be like, man, I'm not listening to that shit, or you trying to take, and that's what a lot of these guys are doing, taking what they hear somebody else say, or they're taking what they think people want to hear because they hoping they get the views that they get for saying what they're saying,
Yeah,
instead
a
of
lot
them
of these,
just saying, like, shit is crazy, man. I'm gonna say
yeah,
this because I think
a lot of
the
these
people.
fans, a lot of these fans, and a lot of these content creators just regurgitate stuff that they hear somebody else say. There's a
Yeah,
lot of them that do their homework and know what they're talking about, but there's also a lot of them that just regurgitate what they hear somebody else say. They hear somebody else
yeah.
say it, so they regurgitate what they heard somebody else say. Because,
Which to
like
me
I said, a lot of
that
people
doesn't make you
keep.
a content creator if you're doing that. If you can't stand on your own too, and you got to take what somebody else say and try to recycle the shit and do, like, nah, man, you're not real. I'd rather
It's
you
just
just not even commentate. Don't even talk about it if you can't think of at the top of your dome or what to say, or if you're not doing your homework. If you got to go look at somebody else and take what they say, or go to different channels and do that and go, ah, I know what, I got it.
it's just like the people that be saying styles make fights. Now I'm not gonna beat down everybody because some people believe styles make fights, but that's not true. Styles don't make fights. It's who can
Man,
impose their style that makes the fight. It's who can impose their style.
you know
Because
what makes fights?
if you say styles make fights, how do we have these daggone low level fighters beat these upper level fighters? It's because they can impose their style on that fight.
Man,
Because
what makes fights?
I could see that upper level fighter fight somebody else with that same exact style, but they beat him.
Um,
They just couldn't beat the other guy because the other guy imposed his style.
I refuse to use styles makes fights because I'm tired of everybody using it. What makes fights is this guy want to fight this guy, and both sides come into an agreement. Let's fight. Let's fight. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Like, shit, nigga, let's fight. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to take that styles makes fight. I mean, yeah, it sound good. You know what I mean? Not saying there's no truth to it, but the way you just broke it down free, yeah,
Because
yeah,
if that was the
yeah.
case, if Styles make fight, okay, Roberto Duran should have beat Sugar Ray Leonard twice then. He didn't.
Yeah, 'cause his
He beat
style was
him once.
crazy.
Sugar Ray Leonard beat him once. He beat Sugar Ray Leonard once. And the reason was is because they was able to impose their style on the fight that they won. That's
Yeah,
why. Who can
it's like
impose their
watching.
style
It's like
makes the
watching.
fight.
It's like watching. Rest in peace. Vernon Forrest wash Shane Mosley twice. You like, damn, twice. Sheesh.
He was able to impose his style on him.
Sugar Shane, I believe what he washed De La Hoya, right? So they say
No,
twice.
Margarito.
No, but
Margarito.
I'm talking about before that. Remember, he fought De La Hoya twice.
Yeah, he did.
And I believe, and so it's like, yeah, sometimes somebody Styles don't make fights if I got your damn number. If I got your number and I scraped you twice.
No, it's just like coming up in school. Everybody was scared of one guy. Everybody was scared of that one guy. And then
Oh yeah.
it was always some little nerdy dude that was like, man, fuck that. I'm not gonna back down from him. And he ended up whooping that damn dude that everybody was scared. But it
Uh-huh.
was a little nerdy dude.
Little nerdy dude. You got beat up by Webster / Urkel? Like
Yeah.
what?
But that same dude beat everybody else because everybody was scared of him. That little nerdy dude was like, man, I'm not scared of him. I'm gonna fight back.
BC said that was me. Well, who was you? You
He
was
was
the dude. You was the
BC
bully,
was the bully.
BC?
BC was the bully that got beat up by the nerdy dude.
Oh, damn, BC. Because I know BC, you're not trying to say you was the nerd. See,
BC
you should
was
have
the
never said that.
BC was the dude that got beat up by the nerdy dude.
He said BC beat your ass. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, don't tell me you was the nerd. I couldn't see you being no nerd, BC.
BC
You
was the
should have never
one.
said nothing,
BC was the
BC.
one going around bullying everybody, and then he went to go bully somebody else. And the little nerdy dude was like, "Man, fuck this shit. I ain't
BC, you
scared of.
shouldn't have
I
said
ain't scared
nothing.
of the darkness.
BC,
I play in the dark all the time. I ain't scared of the
BC, you
darkness.
shouldn't have said nothing. You shouldn't have said nothing, BC, because now you done got this fool started. You already know what type of timing he be on. I don't
I
even
am
know
not
why you
scared of
done did
dark.
that.
I am not scared of the darkness.
See,
I
now
watch
y'all,
scary movies all
you
the time.
see, I tried that in school and got my ass beat. K stupid. K said, K, how's every? You know what? How's everything, K? I didn't get to talk to K in a minute. I'm sitting there like I almost forgot. K, how's everything, man? We got to talk behind scenes, man. I'm glad to see you even up here. I didn't even tell you that. Ask Bohemian Boxing. I was never super cool. I was a super nah. Oh, I'll talk to Bo about it. Bo would definitely tell me. Bo would tell me.
But yeah, that's
Yes,
why I say.
y'all
I mean,
stupid.
I
Y'all
just hear
stupid.
people regurgitate what they hear people say for years, and they
And
just
some of
keep
them are
saying the
bad.
same
But
old
yo,
thing.
but some of them are bad at it. Did you ever took the time to sit and listen to like you ever listen to somebody where you got confused and thrown off and you making faces and you in your house and you like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah,
I ain't never heard of this.
yeah,
You be
yeah.
like,
I mean,
what?
yeah. That's what I say. I'm not. I mean, I understand some people do believe styles make fights. Okay. I mean, if you believe that, you believe that. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. It's not true. That's an old cliche that people said a long time ago, and everybody just ran with it.
Everybody
It's not
ran with it.
true.
Somebody, whoever came up with that, need to trademark that shit because they should have trademarked it. Because people been running with that for years. They should
Yeah.
have trademarked that.
It's just not true. Like I said, it's not styles that make fight. It's who can impose their style that makes the fight. Because
Yeah.
you can have the Floyd Mayweather style down pat, fight it just as good as Floyd Mayweather. You can even beat Floyd Mayweather himself. But if I
Hmm.
impose my style on your ass and I whoop your ass,
Damn,
I,
you said that kind of
Floyd Mayweather
aggressively.
style was one of the best styles. One of the best. He beat everybody. He was 50 and 0. He was 50 and 0. But I
Rather
imposed
if
my
you
style
agree,
on him.
rather if you agree with his opponents or not, he was 50-0. That's a
That's
fact.
another thing. That's another thing. That's a perfect example. If styles make fights, how the fuck did Floyd Mayweather end up being 50 and 0? He fought every style. He fought every style.
Yeah, because he
How did
he fought
how did he become 50 and 0?
he fought and I can't say his opponents were bums because they weren't. You know what I'm saying? If you look at a lot of Floyd opponents, a lot of them were somebody's. A lot of them. So yeah, you're right though. Now that you said that free, yeah, yeah, that's But like I said, a lot of these cats just be talking, man. They just be talking. They just be talking. That's okay, cause we gonna help y'all. We gonna help y'all. We gonna help y'all figure this out. Don't worry. Like BF said, don't worry. We got you. We got you.
Yeah. I
I
just say
mean, it is.
like I said, I just sit back and listen to a lot of people, and I hear a lot of people say the same thing they heard somebody else say. Cause I be on a lot of channels. A lot of times I just sit in the background. I don't say nothing. I just listen because they be talking about something that I want to hear. So I just sit back there and listen. And I just hear somebody say something, and then I go to another channel where I saw that person in the goddamn chat. I saw him in the chat, and they go back and say the exact same thing that they just heard the last person say.
Oh wow. Yeah,
I
well.
hear them say the exact same thing they heard the last person say. So I just sat here and watched niggas quote something that either Fanon said or BF said and try to act like it was what they said. No, nigga, you just heard that from them. I was in the chat. I know you was there because I saw you. You didn't see me, but I saw you.
School and damn, everybody showed up. Yeah, damn, you told everybody to show up, okay, and you got your ass whipped. Okay, that wasn't smart. And you told him behind the football field, K. Now you knew damn well when you told him that majority of the school was gonna come out, and you let the dude smoke you. Oh, K. K, you sound like you used to smoke a lot of weed back in school. Did you do
No,
that?
I remember when Kay told me, he said his one of his close friends fought Roy Jones Jr. He said, man, I went to the fight, I was there pumping up my man, and Roy Jones knocked his ass out like the third round. I laughed so damn hard. Like, that nigga Roy Jones knocked his ass out like the third round.
Damn, that is hell embarrassing.
He was there
Damn, that's
supporting his
embarrassing.
friend. Like, yeah, we about to do this. The nigga Roy Jones whooped his ass.
Oh man, that's gotta be embarrassing. K said it only
He said,
happened once.
yeah, he only got his ass crazy. No, this we been talking about.
He
We were
said
talking
he gonna
about
cry in the
this
bed.
nigga Casey boy talking about he'll take one punch from Mike Tyson and Deontay Wilder
I remember that.
for like $1 million.
I remember
This nigga
that.
told us so everything. He was like, nah, I can do it because I was in this fight and this person broke my motherfucking nose. But it was like three dudes. I was like, hold up, K. Every goddamn fight you sit here saying you got your goddamn ass whooped. K is a human knockout person. You use K to knock his ass out. Okay, let me practice this knockout. K, stand right there. We practice this damn knockout. I'm like, damn, K, you always talking about how somebody stole
Josh said, "Don't
man,
blame the
he had
weed."
me dying.
Yeah, I remember when he said that about the Mike
He
Tyson and
said no.
Wilder. I think
He
K
said
was
no. It was
bugging him.
27. He said it was 27 seconds in the first round. I thought it was the third round. He said the first round. He said
No,
he
no.
went to go support the dude. It was 27 seconds of the first round. He got knocked out cold.
Oh hell no! What type of man? I'd have been mad as hell at my friend. You made me come out for this. I ought to beat your ass myself.
Right. He's like, I'm supporting you. You get your ass knocked out 27 seconds
I
in the
need to
first.
whoop
What?
me. You need to fight now. What the hell? I came out here for this. We didn't even know Roy Jones at the time. It was Roy.
12th fight.
Yo, damn. Yo, so hold on. Whoa. See, wait a minute, K. I just called in some. That's part of history. You got to see Roy before he even really got hot. You
Yeah.
might have not caught him as an amateur. You caught him in his 12th professional fight. That's listen. If you never saw him fight again, that's something that you could take with you. And if you ever meet Roy, you got to bring that to his attention. Yo, Roy, I'm a big fan, but I'm mad at you at the same time. Knock my boy out. He gonna say, "Who's your boy?" You know how Roy is. Who's your boy? Look up Ricky Stackhouse. He was big as hell. Roy was little. Ricky Stackhouse. Okay. Does Ricky? So what does Ricky do now? Did Ricky ever fight
Um,
in any big platforms?
Ricky quit fighting after he got knocked out 27 seconds.
You know what? Don't do that. You
That's
know
what
what?
I did.
Damn, yo, it's free, B.
That's what I did. I got knocked out 27 seconds. I'm not fighting
They,
ever again.
oh, they fought 1990. Sheesh. Sheesh. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was my freshman year of high school. My freshman year of high school, 1990.
So you ain't scared no more, and then willing to shoot the fade. Yeah, yeah. He said, like he lied. Boy, the New Jack Swing era. Yeah, man. That's
One
that's
of the
dope.
bed for me.
That's dope that you got to see him.
I thought that was an option.
That's
Hold up.
dope that you got to see him
Oh,
in
I thought
his
it was a
12th
close
fight.
up or something.
That's why you always see me up on these amateurs, man. I love to catch him in the beginning like that. I get knocked out in 27 seconds. Yo, 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 Josh is stupid, B. I was a junior high.
Shit, yeah, 1990, I was a freshman in high school. That was my freshman year,
Jay
1990,
Gibson.
91.
Whoa. Time out, Jay Gibson. Hold on. Hell no. Time out. Jay Gibson, you said you were just born?
Yeah, Jay Gibson is literally 10 years older than my son. Jay Gibson is 34.
Holy shit.
He's 10 years older than my son.
Okay. All right. All right. See, Jay Gibson never put that out there from the time so I didn't know that. That's cool. I was only, I was only 7. That was a year before my sister. Yeah,
My
before
son
my.
was born. My son was born 2000, August 2000.
He said, "Shit, 1990. I was only 4." You know what though? For us to come back, no matter what age that was, whether we were just born, whether we was in elementary, high school, graduating college, it was a
Oh, he
time. It
said
was. It was.
he went 12 rounds with Durant though. He went 12 rounds with Durant.
Your peoples went 12 rounds with Durant. See, this is epic right here, Kay. I ain't never heard that. I don't think Kay ever told these stories all this time we was on these
I
platforms.
didn't hear about the Durant part, but I knew about the Roy Jones part.
I didn't know nothing about the Roy. It's my first time hearing about Roy. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to Jay. Jay Gibson, it was your birthday the other day? Happy birthday, brother. Happy belated, brother. So,
His birthday was the same day as the meet and greet.
holy shit.
No, I'm just
I'm
joking.
sorry. I was so into. I was. Nah, don't play with me, man. Somebody would say there's a meet and greet. Damn, meet and greet was last month. He said July. Your birthday was July? Well, I didn't know that. I didn't get to tell you
Man,
happy birthday belated, but
that nigga Jay Gibson almost exactly 10 years older than my son. My son was born in August.
okay. T found those fights on YouTube. Well, see, this is why I'm on YouTube a lot because you never know what you're gonna find. I didn't even know that. I'm gonna look more into that, case Wari. I got time, so I'm gonna look into that. What's the only way possible not watch him? Oh man, speaking of that, I got to do my throwback Thursday. I missed 2 Thursdays only because other stuff I needed to do. I got to bring back. I'm gonna bring back throwback Thursday this week though. He got knocked down 2 times, but went the distance. Sound like your guy wasn't a bad dude though. Just Roy Jones and Duran, you mentioning those names, good enough for me. Good enough for me. Your man, he was a somebody. Is he still alive? Is he still around? Okay. I would love to have him as a guest. That would be super dope. Did he fight for any titles? Did he win any titles? Who is he promoted by? We had Don King and Bob Arum. Like, who was he with? Oh, in Atlanta. That's dope, man. I like to hear about stuff like that. But we had a okay week in boxing. I ain't going to even complain about it. I ain't getting in no ring with Prime Boy. Not even joking around. I ain't getting. Yeah, Roy was he was gifted, hands fast as lightning. Couldn't take that away from him. He had 30 plus fights. Damn, okay. He was definitely a somebody. 30 plus fights. Ricky Stackhouse, I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna look him up. Definitely gonna look him up. Yeah, we had a good past week. We had great fights. We got Daniel DeBar, AJ coming up. I'm probably gonna start tomorrow morning off. Well, not probably. I'm gonna start tomorrow morning off with AJ and Daniel DeBar because I'm done with Canelo and Berlanga. It's time to move on now. Some of y'all will drag that for the next week or two. But hey, shouts to both of them. They both get to make it back home to their families, safe and sound, and that's the great thing. Title for a couple months. I'm gonna look into it, Kay. I'm gonna go look into it. Leave me. And when I do, I'm gonna DM you. Clarence Voice has someone asked him what were he mentioned. If he did, I probably looked over it. I probably looked over it because I listened to a lot of Roy's interviews because I'm always interested in what Roy has to say and his opinions. So if Roy did mention it, I might have just not paid attention to it. But I'm gonna look it up myself. I really like to look it up versus hearing it from somebody else. I want to just look up at it. It's always good to know your history too. It's good to know your history. Who knows? He might become one of my throwback talks. Kay, is he still alive, Kay? I'm just asking because I don't know. Yeah, Roy does tons of interviews. Tons of interviews. So whenever they talking to him, I'm all ears. Because it's interesting to hear what he has to say. Yeah, but this Ricky dude, I'm gonna go look him up myself. Ricky, okay, 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 that's dope. Um, yeah, but thanks for coming up here and joining me. I appreciate y'all. I have some of y'all I haven't seen in a while, and I appreciate everybody, man. Thank y'all for coming up here. I hope y'all enjoyed this past week's fights. Of course, we got Daniel DeBar and Anthony Joshua. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about that. And as the days go on, we'll find other stuff like we did today to get into. I should bring back um, the No Duck Zone draft. I don't know. I did that for a second, but uh, I don't know if I'm gonna bring that back. I wasn't probably too interested in that, so I don't know. Trying to find him. I can't. You've been trying to find him and you can't. Maybe I'll look him up and see. Or we'll hopefully, if he's out there, he's safe. So we hoping we can get him. Look, I got to get up out of here, y'all. I'm trying to wait for my man Free to get back in, but I got to make some moves. I got some things I need to do. It's Monday. God bless y'all. Thank you. Just had coffee in my No Duck Zone. Thank you, man. Hey, listen, anybody want them No Duck Zone coffee mugs? Placing orders. I mean, we're taking orders. Please hit me. Please hit me in my DM. If you need my number, go to my Instagram and my Facebook. I'll give you my number. We're taking orders, and we'll send them out. We'll definitely send the mugs out, and they're the new mugs. They're actually not these mugs. They're new. So that's my original mug. We got the new one. So just hit me. And we're taking orders. Me and my wife, we're trying to get as much as we can. So we taking those orders. Let me know. Got to get up out of here. I got business I got to tend to. I love all y'all. I appreciate y'all. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Please be safe out there, and everybody get to where they're going. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 8 a.m. It's another fight week. Daniel DeBar, Anthony Joshua. All right. So y'all take care, and y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Love, love.